Hello, I think we are live. Yes, hello. You're very welcome to the Overlap Rugby podcast, or ORP watching, as it is, has been for the last few weeks. We're here live on a Saturday morning in Dublin to watch the Blues v Highlanders round 3 Super Rugby Aotearoa. Let us know if you can hear us, if you can see us all right. I'm just going to adjust that a little so that Darren's more in frame.
Yeah,
there we go.
Hopefully, the glare will get off the screen once it starts.
Yes.
Just to explain this, we've obviously done this a few times now. Some of you may or may not be familiar. We have our match clock here in behind us. So we're going to be watching the game, the Blues and the Highlanders, round 3 of Super Rugby Aotearoa. And we're going to be watching it here on the screen, not with match footage, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're going to be watching it along with you, and we're going to have the match clock more or less in line with the correct time, hopefully exactly correct.
Yes, that's what we're aiming
for the duration of the match. So you guys, if you have the luxury of pausing your TV, you can watch us along with it that way.
Yes,
etc. And this is we're warmed up to it now. We're warmed up to the old Super Rugby Aotearoa.
For sure. Yeah. Two teams that have shown promise so far. To be fair, two good-looking packs is what we're looking at here with the Blues and the Highlanders. Highlanders in week 1 look very well coached.
Yeah, they're the two outside of obviously the Crusaders, who are sort of, well, certainly started off experience and are the reigning incumbent, classically coached, great pack rugby team. But these are the two most impressive packs I think we've seen so far in the competition. Highlanders on the opening night, they obviously had the bye last week, ruthlessly exploited the Chiefs' sort of inadequacies and poor coaching. Scored just a lot of simple, basic, well-drilled rugby, made their tackles, made hard carries, scored a lot of maul tries. Ash Dixon looked like a man remade. I remember I was raving about him.
Yeah, great line-out work, like lovely darts. Yeah,
the line-out maul, which has become such a usable weapon in this in the context of all of these penalties and everything else that we're seeing being given by the refs so far.
And even in fact, it is just a winter comp now as well. It's a little later in their season because it's Super Rugby.
Yeah,
and now down in New Zealand, they are not averse to dodgy weather, as I think the reports from the stadium today as well was that it was raining most of the time there. It's just stopped, is what the tele was telling us. So they could be good fodder for a good line-out maul, a catch and drive game today will be definitely
and that's an area that's so interesting. We had James Parsons and Ash Dixon throwing just like utterly perfect darts either side. It's been fantastic to look at. And then you had in the Blues camp, obviously they've lost Robinson, but they still have Sotutu, who has been just consistently impressive in every capacity of the game, including the line-out. And Tui Pilatu, who's really taken charge of that pack and seems to have grown into his role as pack leader and captain and everything. Against sort of a younger side, but with Shannon Frizell and Parry Parkinson, who I know you're a fan of.
I'm a big fan.
There's some good big physical units in there, and that really is probably the area where this game is going to be won. I mean, if you're in the wet, if you're the Blues side, like I look at the two sides, and I think the Blues really do have the edge in the back line. That's where you've got your Rieko Ioanes and your Bowden Barretts and your Caleb Clarks
and your Otere Black's in good form.
Otere Black is in fantastic form. So many areas to exploit, but just in the wet weather, the way things have been going, they've been putting a lot of trust in that big pack, Tuangafasi and Tui Pilatu. And that's where I expect they'll go first. And that's where the big question mark is for the Highlanders, because the Highlanders, to be honest, like they don't have the razzle dazzle in the back line. They've no Ben Smith. They've a guy in Mitch Hunt who's yet to come alive. And the real test is going to be, can they front up? Can they edge that Blues pack, which we haven't seen them be close to edge. Even on the scorelines basis, you would think they were sort of interesting games. They blew, and in that area, they blew both the Chiefs and the Hurricanes away.
They did.
And, that's a big task for the Highlanders pack. So that's the question mark, is can they get the edge? Guys like Tu'u at 8 up against the Sotutu.
Yeah, that's a box office kind of matchup with all black credentials at stake. It'll definitely be contested in the packs. There'll be a fair bit of kicking. So Mitch Hunt better have his kicking boots on.
Yeah.
Aaron. As well as Bowden, because like Bowden in the backfield, as much as he's a menace going forward, if the game doesn't quite become about that, it could become a kicking battle. And his defensive reading without the ball and his just coverage of the backfield is pretty much second to none.
No, it's sensational. A lot of it's to do with pace, but he's one of the best fullback defenders. It's where he really shines almost at fullback, almost more than with his ball and plays with his kicking and his defensive reads of kicking, which is why it's such a difficult matchup for the Highlanders. Like if they can't, how they attack, they're not going to be playing a lot of rugby in their own half. They're going to be looking to use the positions that they get Like, they're looking to be basically getting line-out drives going. Occasionally, you'll get a good rhythm, like for Rob Thompson's try last week, which is really just winning collisions, getting a couple of tight offloads away, and then letting Aaron Smith dictate the tempo and Aaron Smith dictate where the ball's going. Yeah. And that's where the big guys like Parry Parkinson need to be, like running at decent angles, getting on the inside shoulder of Tui Pilatu, maybe getting a hand free. Then it's got to be quick. Aaron Smith makes a decision. That's the rhythm. But they're really only going to be doing that inside the Blues half.
Yeah,
so
there'll be a fair bit of box kicking when they're in there.
Well, that's the thing. This is the danger for me. Like, Aaron Smith is a great player, but is he a great box kicker? And I just think they're going to put Bowden Barrett under those box kicks. I think they're going to put Bowden Barrett under the bombs if that's where Mitch Hunt goes with it. So I think the real tester here for the Highlanders, like how they're going to do it, is where the Blues are weak, and that's, you know, Caleb Clarke and Talia are excitement machines going forward. But the Blues are going to have a 13-2 split. So I think targeting those two guys, turning them around, going for corners, going for territory, that's got to be the way they kick the ball. I'm not sure if Mitch Hunt has that in him. Yeah. But certainly that's the area they're going to have to try and exploit if they're going to be able to get in there out of their own half. And from the Blues' point of view, if they can manage that battle, it's just a question of don't give away penalties, you know, absorb everything, hit them on the counter attack, and they're not going to have anything, because I just think with the way Rieko Ioane's been defending that 13 channel, and the backline that the Highlanders have, I think running it from their own half, it just doesn't seem likely to me.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case for both teams. I'm not sure if we're going to see that much excitement and razzle dazzle in their own half. I do think the Blues, particularly being at home, will be trying to play with the ball a bit more, especially with the backline that they have. But I think even with that, there's going to be an air towards like a fair bit of kicking, a fair bit of feeling out, particularly in the first half, is what I'm expecting. It's the packs that are going to decide this, and I'm curious to see which one comes out on top, because both of them have looked very, very good in that area so far. Both look very, very well organized. Like we were marveling at the Chiefs at just how rudderless their packs seem to look. That wasn't the case when they came up against either of these two teams. Have shown more discipline, like their line-out's been good, their maul setup's been good, their pack physically in collision zones, both of them been good. It's just going to be a matter of degrees once that matches up. Is there going to be an edge? Is there going to be just parity? And if so, where's the breaking point coming from? I'd probably give the Blues a couple with their home advantage. Just a few more tools in their locker to unpick a tight game. Like even the Highlanders in that game against the Chiefs, they were comprehensively superior in all the coached elements. All the lineouts were better, all their restarts were better, and even still, the Chiefs, with their danger factor, were still in the game.
And where was that? Where did that come from? Like, they scored a try that looked like to be the winning of the game in about 72 minutes, and they scored a try earlier on that they were just flashing the pan plays. But it was honestly, it was the centre partnership there of Tompkinson and Rob Thompson, who can be very impressive, but were a little exposed. And if the Blues, you know, forward battle isn't working for them, or if the game is in a tight parity position, that's when, you know, they got to be a little bit braver and maybe just test Rob Thompson's defense. I mean, I think in terms of the backlines, that's going to be the real crucial question. Is that battle in 13 between Rob Thompson and Rieko Ioane? Because if he's off the hook, if he's making those reads where he's trying to shoot for the ball instead of shooting for the man, like that's where real trouble will happen. Like, I really do think if you're coaching Rob Thompson, you're like, you have a very simple job today, son. Hit Rieko. Every you are manhunting. Don't even look at the ball. Hit Rieko. Rieko needs to be stopped. He's the link to the outside. He is. If Rieko gets stopped, Caleb Clarke doesn't get the ball.
Exactly.
And that's
how you diffuse. That's how you diffuse it. But it's like the 13 is going to be so seminal, because if the ball's that little bit slippy as well, if it means you're taking a fraction of a second longer with a passing play to get from one side of the pitch to the other, the 13 is the fulcrum on both defense and attack to unpick or shut that down. And with that, you'd have to give the edge to the Blues with Rieko looking the way he's been looking. But a big test for the Highlanders as well. And there's definitely a chance. Like, it's not ideal conditions for Rieko's running rugby if it's slippy as well. Like, there is scope to shut him down with that kind of read, and you do need to not be ball watching.
Here, Jordan Clarke has come in with a comment saying, "Hello guys from Auckland. Looks like another very wet game for the Blues tonight." It's true, and they're not going to get to display the full array of talents that they have at their disposal. But it does play into the hands of guys like Patrick Tui Pilatu and guys like Sotutu at number 8, of whom there has been so many articles written this week, of whom England, who he is qualified for, have expressed interest.
Oh, really?
And Fiji, who he is qualified for, have expressed interest.
Well, everyone's expressing interest. He's very interesting.
He's gone from unknown to almost as big a star as Bodie in the sense like
everyone's doing their stock no harm at all here because like the world of the rugby watching world is watching New Zealand right now. It's New Zealand domestic rugby, so it's been a great timing for the run of form. Run of form Sotutu's been showing. And it does look like with a wet weather game, we're going to see a lot of those guys smashing up against each other. Both those packs look really, really good. Yeah. Even like Tutu lining up against Sotutu is an awesome player as well.
Yeah, and he'll be looking to make a name for himself. So it's got all manners of box office potential.
Yeah.
In terms of calling it, my instinct says just that the Blues have a stronger side.
And are at home. Both of those things are advantages. I'm leaning towards the Blues as well. I'd be very impressed to see the Highlanders put it up to them. I'm curious to see if the Highlanders can like grab it and try take a lead or something, or show a bit more initiative and seize the game from them.
The two caveats are like there's a few caveats to the Blues call. First is if the Blues are ill-disciplined, Highlanders could exploit them with the line-out maul. And that's one thing that I would say about the Highlanders is there's been a lot of three-pointers so far in this competition, but they don't have the edge. They're away from home. They're not favourites. The Highlanders should not be taking three-pointers when their best weapon is the attacking drive. A penalty in the opposition half is not an opportunity for 3 points. It's one of your very few opportunities to get tries, and tries are how they're going to win that game. So they absolutely have to be kicking to the corner and giving Ash Dixon the go, because that's where all of their pomp comes from.
Scoring potential. Yeah. Like they need to maximize their opportunities.
They need to maximize their opportunities, and that's how to do it.
Yeah.
And then the other caveats being, will Mitch Hunt step up and have a glorious kicking performance? Will Aaron Smith pull one out of the bag?
But potentially, will they cancel each other out, these teams, for large portions of the game? There's definitely scope for that kind of action. If neither team is confident enough to play a bit of rugby coming out of their own half, and the kicking's a bit loose, and Bowden's diffusing everything on one side, and like
the other thing is errors. Like if the game is tight and it is a wet weather game, and maybe the Blues feel like they're the side who have to take the impetus at home to break it up, and then all of a sudden they make errors, and there are Highlanders scrums in their half. That's also a losing picture. The scrum is an interesting battle, but I just think. I think Hodgman is a decent scrummager, and Johnston as well, but I almost think that Tukalahi and Tuangafasi might have the edge. And usually when
both tight heads.
Yeah, when the tight heads have the edge, I think
it's just a solid
it tends
scrum.
to be nobody's.
Especially in New Zealand, there's less emphasis on scrumming for penalties as well, and neither of these teams really go in for that at all. It would take someone having a real off day and his opposite man getting the sense that he is and going for the attack. It would take something like that before I think the scrum.
But the line-out maul is much more interesting. I mean, it's almost a case of who's going to break, because both sides have been flawless at the line-out, and it's an utterly heartbreaking picture for either side. If their line-out starts to malfunction, if you see either one of these sides, Tuipolatu gets a big steal on Ash Dixon, that's like a bad picture for the Highlanders.
You see that in the first 20 minutes, you might be getting a sense as to which team's going to win this. Their set piece is pretty vital to both of these teams. But the teams are on the pitch, which is good.
Yes.
We're getting ready to go.
I'm just going to reiterate our little system here for those of you who weren't here at the beginning. We have our scoreboard here, obviously.
I'll be updating that.
That'll be updated with chalk, good old-fashioned 21st century chalk.
Yes.
We'll be updating it with that as the game goes along. We have a match clock here, which will be invisible at the moment, but will darken as it goes. They go dark as it goes. So that'll be there. Let us know if you can see that. Hello, Emily. Nice to see you again. 3 weeks running.
Hi, Emily.
Love you. Biggest fan. So we'll have our match clock going, which is going to be hopefully more or less in line with the game on screen. Yes. And then we're going to be sort of just giving our commentary on it as we go. And it should be a fun one, and I am edging towards the Blues. And let us know, obviously, if you can't see any of the clock, if we don't have any audio issues, etc.
Yes. We have a moment's silence here.
Yes.
In memory of Matthew Hunt.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. It's not quite as packed in Auckland, perhaps, as it was for week one.
No.
But still a big crowd in Eden Park.
Good crowd in Eden Park.
And it's great to see the fans. We can't show the game, unfortunately. Emily,
YouTube rules,
copyright rules. We did not purchase the rights to the game.
Yes,
unfortunately. One day we may, but not today. No, I guess the idea of it is, you have the game on there. That's what the match clock's for, and then if you can watch it at home, you can align it clockwise with us, and then watch along as we watch along, kind of thing.
Kind of alternative commentary.
Yeah.
flyover. Blues players are looking emotional. That's a nice silence, and it is still a good crowd. It's not as packed as week one, but it is a nice crowd.
It's just great to see the crowds back in Super Rugby and in the Blues as well, especially back in Auckland. And
it's true.
You would never see it this full except when the All Blacks come there, and it's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely. Close to 18,000, is that what you said?
Close to 18,000. That's a big crowd.
That's a pretty good crowd. That's about, should we go to the RES, that's about the capacity.
That's what we get for big games, like not for wee games. And this is just another step on the way to the Crusaders match for the Blues. That's certainly where the hype is pointing.
Yeah, if they can get over this hurdle as well.
Could it be a banana skin? Could it be a banana skin?
It definitely could be. The Highlanders looked so organised in week one. Really, really well drilled.
Really good. Good battle between the forward packs, Jordan. Yeah, totally.
That's what we expect. Slippy ball, big collisions. Good rugby.
Maybe this pink-haired Rieko. Oh no, sorry, that's Akira. That's the other Ioane. Maybe pink-haired Rieko could be the man to break it up, or maybe it'll be another left-handed pass from Sotutu.
Sotutu skip passes.
Milner Scudder isn't playing. Apparently, there's a few weeks before Milner Scudder will be ready to play for the Highlanders. Although we are all looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's true. Haven't seen him in ages. Nice.
We're away. Sorry, clock is once again delayed. By about 10 seconds, as it was, as is traditional.
As is tradition.
And instantly a bomb to the Highlanders' backfield. Mitch Hunt under it. And now the Highlanders get to set up an attack from literally halfway. And again, it's Aaron Smith.
The short side.
Right onto Tompkinson, who does a lovely little show and go.
Well, they won't be kicking this one.
This is nice.
This is lovely.
There's the wet weather ball.
The wet weather ball drops.
Oh man, it was Papali'i.
Scrum time.
It was Papali'i. He gave it a go.
They did give it a go there, but that's going to be a picture of the game. There was a bit of tempo in that attack.
It's nice. It's off Aaron Smith for the most part, but that's the kind of Highlanders rhythm. Like they don't have the biggest pack, but they're organised and they run nice lines.
They do,
and that's the game is to get over the advantage line, throw the odd offload, and that's the risk involved.
Yeah,
is big Papali'i just mucking the ball.
Maybe a little bit above the breadbasket, and that's all it takes when it's a zippy Aaron Smith pass. And it is wet. It does look like a slippy ball.
But promising.
Oh, wow. Blues coming with a 902 kilo pack.
Yeah,
heavy enough by modern standards.
Yeah.
And now, first scrum of the game. And it's a reset. First reset scrum of the game.
Interesting. Game clock is just a wee bit off.
We're just at around 1 minute 35 seconds now. So
the scrum, as I said, isn't the most interesting dynamic. That's good early signs for the Highlanders, though. Working off Aaron Smith, getting the tempo going.
Yes.
That is their game. They're obviously going to have to hold the ball. But that is their game.
Talia, 14 defenders beaten in 2020 so far. That's
ripping up the Super Rugby Aotearoa record books. You love to see it.
Emily saying we're cutting out. Are we cutting
okay. Now, anybody else let us know. We obviously don't know if we're cutting out or not.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Maybe we have just been quiet for a wee bit.
That could have been it.
Sotutu with back-to-back left-hand passes. Just another left-hand pass off the base from Sotutu. Hi, Hieko Ioane Try.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you
Happy
again.
Saturday to you. And we're underway. And
Sam Knock
here.
Both sides
working the Blues, and we've worked the blind side into the opposition half again.
Early carries from Sotutu. Now we're up on 2 minutes and 30 seconds and no penalties, which I think is a Super Rugby Aotearoa record.
That's close to at this point. And there's the kick.
Otere Black switching it to the left and finding a wee bit of space. What form that man is in?
Kick.
Otere Black.
Kick. Otere Black is playing the best rugby of his life. He looks like a tidy 10 at the moment.
Exactly. Just the young man flourishing at last.
This is a lovely option and a lovely executed kick. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Winger got high.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that's the other thing about this Highlanders team is that back three of Gilbert, Nareki, and Gregory is quite inexperienced, and the Blues could do a number on them. It's certainly possible.
And that's a clearing box kick, and it's actually quite a good one.
But Blues get to set up the first offense here.
This is the first offensive set
for the Blues. Yeah, the Highlanders had one obviously from halfway and mucked the ball in about 3 phases. Blues now get to set up their picture. And here's the first line out. Highlanders, will they attack? Big Patrick Papali'i rises and takes it with ease.
Comfortably takes that.
And now straight in behind Faiani. hits Papali'i, who's been so impressive.
He's been very good at the start of the season. Round the corner,
James Parsons has a run up just on the 40 yards from the Highlanders goal line.
Yeah,
on the right wing, and they're moving back to the open side through Otere Black. And here's Akira.
Lovely
show and go.
That's very, very good up the middle.
That's a great steal.
Well done,
Sam Knock.
Well
ripped
done,
it
Sam
back.
Knock. And a
Sam
very,
Knock
very,
lovely
very
kick
good
in behind the Highlanders.
That is excellent play of the game so far.
Perhaps Sam Knock's best player of the tournament so far. He has been ropey at times.
Because that ball was stolen legitimately. There was no penalty. He just stole it and then Knock took it back and dropped that lovely little touch finder.
Little grubber right onto the Highlanders 5.
And they instantly go over the top.
Jesus, Ash Dixon's throwing is fantastic.
It really has
just
been.
A 15-meter flick right into the breadbasket of his man on his own goal line. High risk, high reward. And that's a beautiful play.
And a tidy exit.
Yeah, well, let's just see.
Both teams
can complete it, but
they are living up to the billing. Both well drilled, both pretty patient, know what they're doing.
Go the Landers, says Hikaru Katai. I hear you.
We have some colour in the comments.
Some Blues and some Landers fans.
Like to hear it.
Absolutely.
Both teams look well drilled so far. There's been a little feeling out process. First line out was very tidy for both teams.
It's still Otere Black and Sam Knock edging the kicking battle that has the Blues setting up the first offensive set of the game.
Yeah.
And it has the Highlanders pinned back a wee bit. And here they are setting up an offensive line out. No hitches for either team at line out so far. Just beautiful.
That's another lovely one. And
Blues setting up a nice tempo, 2 hit-ups, and are they going to move wide now, third phase? No, third hit up. Oh, big tackle.
Great tackle.
Alex Hodgman smashed back. Rieko has a go.
And he looks dynamite.
Good tackle on him by Perry
Parkinson. The ball, he looks elite.
Yeah. Good little tip-on pass.
Vintage
That's a beautiful thing. Josh Goodhue that time. And now here they go. Caleb Clarke found himself in first receiver and stepped inside. That was it was all tight and it was all collision based.
Yeah,
winning
they won every collision.
They lost one big collision,
one big one
on Hodgman, but outside of that, just stuck to their guns, played rugby off 9, switched it from right to left, and just with the simple one runners, they brought one of their technical men, and he's a big man as well, Caleb Clarke, into first receiver. Slipped the first tackle, and that's all she wrote. Lovely tip-on pass there from
that was kind of what made it got them in behind the defensive line. Really,
it was the Highlanders done by their own rhythm. That's how the Highlanders like to score tries. And look at this, buy a dummy, why don't you, on Caleb Clarke?
And a perfect finish, a very strong finish. That's not good for the Highlanders' hopes. It has not been the ideal start.
Don't buy dummies from Caleb Clarke. I mean, he's a winger at the end of the day. If he finds himself in first receiver, he's doing it to truck up and try and get a try.
Yeah,
Caleb Clarke is winner of the season so far. It's fantastic.
He's been awesome. He's definitely been awesome.
Emily Farrell's just come in with another comment that we're cutting out, and there's not much we can do from here. But if anyone else, we can obviously try things. If anyone else is experiencing that issue, just let us know. If not, Emily, it might be you.
Could be. But Mike's all still plugged in. Is the only thing I can think.
Jordan Clarke, let's go. That's right, Jordan. Blues 1 up, and I tell you what, the early signs are all Blues.
They are
winning the collisions, winning the tight contacts, mixing it up lovely, getting some offloads and some tip-ons away, and with the lethal wingers to finish, as well as setting it up with the beautiful kicking game
and line out.
Just owning it so far.
Yeah.
Highlanders, what is the riposte?
Well,
kicking deep.
The first O to go is the Blues, the home side, take a 7-0 win.
Clock is remarkably correct so far. No penalties so far in the game. A try before a penalty. That is beautiful.
Yes, I love to see that. That's exactly my kind of game.
Jeez, James Parsons shrugged off a couple there.
Lovely carry, and now it sets up Otere Black with
a possession
high ball. Good little bomb for Talia to chase, but it's actually a bit
well
too far.
Taken.
What a tackle.
Oh my days. Scott Gregory just sent to another planet.
Yeah, the Blues are just edging the contact zone currently.
Now we'll see the Highlanders try to work it.
Mitch
drops it on the toe, and it's
a slippery one.
Ball.
It's just a turnover, I think.
I think did they have it? The Blues have it,
but then it's given as not releasing, and I think that's correct. Here's your first penalty of the game.
First penalty, and it's a legit poach. I believe was that Ash Dixon. It was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my days! Ash Dixon is the hero of this Highlanders team. I'm telling you, man. Beautiful steal. That's a captain steal.
It is. That is really, really good.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
Well, now it sets up a chance for the proper riposte. We have a kick to the corner.
Great play.
Lovely play.
Dixon responds with a great play, and that was really one of the tales of the match with the Chiefs.
That was some hit.
Was that Tuamafasi?
Yes, it was. It was a big tight head V winger collision.
Yoke that guy is. Yeah. Honestly, that was Sam Gilbert. Actually, it wasn't Scott Gregory. But what a yoke Tuamafasi is. He's so tough.
Don't want to be on the wrong side of that collision.
He's
now attacking line out.
Parkinson's perfect.
Parkinson takes it. Another perfect line out.
Absolutely flawless so far in this competition, and he has the ball at the base of the maul. This is one of the Highlanders' few avenues for success. So great to see them go for the corner for starters, and now see what they can do with it. Dixon breaks away, throws an audacious wee pass, and Nareki could only just rein it in and take the contact. But that's a good one from two. That's a bit of inspired stuff. And now Perry Parkinson shrugs one, but Akira gets in there and shrugs him down.
We're just playing off
slow tempo here, but nice little bit of footwork.
We're playing off Aaron, and he
comes short Parkinson side again.
Parkinson's so tenacious in the contact.
Yeah, they're certainly being tenacious here. This is good work. Very similar pictures painted by both sides, but both effective.
Now the pullback.
Here we go, Mitch Hunt
with
great ball. Gilbert
it's a poor pass
coming back inside.
Oh, is he?
Trying to fight for a great tackle. Rieko Ioane, great tackle there.
Great stuff. This is a good.
Little pick through the middle, and Rico's tested again. Makes the tackle. Now, Aaron, which way are we going?
Again. We are
going to Gilbert.
Gilbert just trucks it up. It's very close to the line now. Short side again. No, this time
goes back open side. Oh, Papali'i that time with the hit up.
Oh, lovely pass from Aaron Smith.
Oh, he's got a try.
Oh, nearly.
Stretch from Frizell. Haven't seen too much of him, and now they have an advantage, and now they might be able to go wide. Nearly there. They are.
He's over.
And a great riposte. Ash Dixon with the try.
If there was a man deserving.
Inspired player so far this tournament.
Oh, that's awesome. That was an awesome try. Awesome riposte. And the donuts are both gone.
Oh,
I love New Zealand rugby.
God, this is beautiful stuff. But you can. I guess you'll wait for the
I'm going to wait to see the conversion.
Aaron Smith dictating everything they do, but their pack putting nice footwork on the ball, counteracting the Blues' physicality with a bit of footwork.
That's exactly beautiful right. Yes, Parkinson put some footwork on Dixon here.
Just so tenacious and honestly, brilliant looking.
Yeah, he looks like so a quality international level hooker. So he does.
Just looking insanely good, and this is inspired stuff from the Highlanders. Great response. They were up against it 7-0 down.
Yeah,
Ash Dixon made an inspired steal and then gets the try
for it, and there is the conversion. 7-7.
Awesome start.
Well, wet weather games. Who says they can't be fun?
Yeah. I wonder if the clock is still behind and we haven't fixed it.
Haven't stopped.
No stop to the clock.
Stoppage to the clock.
It's unheard of in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah. 7-7.
2 tries, 1 penalty.
Yeah.
Great odds. Well, I guess 2 penalties to get the advantage, but I don't. Bowden Barrett takes the restart for the Blues, and this is interesting. They're going to get the ball
short for
Clarke. And gets the ball, and Papali'i makes the scramble on the floor.
Good variation.
But no, it's a penalty.
Penalty advantage, and it was.
And now the Blues have a free play. That's a great response from the Blues. And Otere Black's going to Talia, giving him a free play. Nareki reins him in.
There's nothing really there.
I think they're going to go for a kick here, just in their own half. They're going to try something.
Crossfield kick.
To Papali'i. Fancies a contact, I dare say. And a little offload to Caleb Clarke. And inside. Oh, look at this, Fayani. Jeez, the Blues looking confident.
The Blues look really confident, don't they?
Not too put off by that one. And now here we go. Big Hodgman in the middle.
Great carry, that.
Penalty advantage. Second advantage for the Blues. And they still have the free play. Really audacious restart from Bowden.
Drops
it. And now they're going to take the penalty.
But it's a penalty. Yeah, okay. Back for the penalty.
Probing, and they have it in well kickable position, and this is a chance.
They're playing some dynamic rugby, the Blues. They're mixing it up quite nicely.
I love the restart. You don't see too much of that restarting to regain possession. And with a big man like Caleb Clarke with all the skills, and Bowden's kicking,
Bowden flat kicking. It makes a lot of sense. It's a lot of sense. And they're going to take the shot, try and update that scoreboard again.
Yep,
with a 3-pointer.
Otere Black with a nice. This was a nice one. It was a little flat, but Papali'i just makes something happen, and then Caleb Clarke
has been awesome so far.
Papali'i has been on absolute fine.
Clarke.
And lovely inside there to Faiani, who just had to take the contact, but it was just lovely stuff and keeping the Highlanders guessing.
Everything. Some happy Blues fans.
Everything we predicted so far: well coached sides, dynamic stuff, going at it. The Blues so far edging it, but the Highlanders certainly with plays in them.
Oh yeah, definitely in it. It's a 0-point game with Otere Black.
Yeah,
chance to retake the lead for the home side.
He's been just about flawless in every area so far in this tournament. Is Otere Black? He's been very impressive.
Yeah, hasn't put a foot wrong.
Just another Kiwi out half.
And it's over.
No
bother issue
on
at all.
him at all. And what a start!
10-7.
The Blues captain is really good, says Emily Farrell. Yeah, Patrick Papali'i. I haven't seen too much of the big man so far.
He took the first line out imperiously.
He's a man who's really grown into his role as a leader in the team and will be one of the key men for the All Blacks this year. I think, no question. For sure. He's an absolute unit, but he's trimmed down a lot in lockdown, and now he just looks like a proper athlete, a giant athlete.
Yeah. He was always a giant man. He was unlucky to miss out on the World Cup last year. It was Papali'i who was playing great stuff in the lead up to it.
As the Highlanders restart down Talia's throat, but Talia makes something of it.
He does.
Beats a few men and gets into midfield.
He's really, really good.
Really awesome winner.
Knock with the box kick. It's
just too much
a little too far for his chasers.
And
there's nothing really on here for counter-attack. So they kick it back, find a bit of grass, but Bowden is just always at the end of those.
Bowden's always at the end of them, yeah, no question. And he just chucks it down, though. It's not the most dangerous Bodie counter-attack.
No, we're having a bit of kick tennis.
Mitch Hunt inside is 22, just going to set up a nice line out for the Blues with a good ground game there from the...
We're going quick.
No,
Otere Black is going quick to Talia.
No chase, and Talia's having a rumble. He's not kicking, and he's away!
He's almost away. Oh, good jersey
scragged just by Josh Dixon.
Sam
not going down the blind side. Here we go.
A chance for
Papali'i down the right hand side. Tip on from Faiani.
Brilliant stuff from the Blues. The tempo's great.
I love Papali'i on the
there's a huge open side to try and exploit.
Here we go. We got to give that ball, Bodie. Bodie, that ball has to go. Rieko in there now. Second receiver is taken up by Otere instead. Well, they may have missed a trick there.
And they may have lost the ball.
And they have lost the ball.
Steal.
And that's Tu'u. And he's got to be the guy.
That's a huge steal. That could have been very, very bad.
Big play from Tu'u.
Very big play.
Good morning to the sin bin, by the way.
The sin bin. Hello. Greetings.
That was
a great little. That was purring into attack and a great steal.
Butchered by Bowden.
It was a little bit.
Is that the first
Bowden
foot?
And then Otere Black
is that
after.
The first foot Bowden's put wrong in a Blues jersey? I mean, that they had made a load of space. They had a beautiful offensive play down the right wing. Faiani tipping it on to Papali'i, who was a monster in the tram lines.
Yeah.
This is it here. We just have it on the replay. Ooft. There's a collision.
He does so well to stay in with that.
Absolutely delicate man. And and they move it on the open side. And Bowden, just when you think there's an open space with Rieko Ioane in it in front of him, manages to take the contact.
Just up road, nothing. Another perfect line out. But the ensuing play is a bit scrappy and the ball hits the deck. But now there may be a chance on the white.
Rob Thompson versus Rieko Ioane. That's the 13 battle. Rieko reined him in that time.
Well, that set piece definitely didn't work. You couldn't call that a completely great attack, but it's still good tempo.
It up.
And they have the ball and a good carry there in midfield.
Now they work the blind side, which is definitely a
looking for
this. Lovely little kick in mind from Thompson. Nareki with the kick on. What a play! Sam just gets there, but did he bring it over?
He did bring it over, I think, but Sam Knock has been really, really good as well. That was close.
Tell you what,
that was close.
Nareki, he has been so quiet so far this tournament, but that is beautiful.
Exactly the kind of kick you want to give to a
look at his football kick from Nareki. That's lovely.
Past Bowden, and he just
well done.
Just
Sam about covers
it. Did exactly what he had to do.
Very nearly a try.
Yeah. Clarke better 13 says Rieko Try.
Interesting.
He's definitely big enough to play there.
I like him at 11. I like Rieko at 13. I think Rieko's at 13 is a find.
I think if Rieko can show some of this form ongoing, it's great news for the All Blacks for sure. Totally. Because it means they ended up dropping him in the World Cup. I was so
impressed with how he handled Lemape in that first game defensively.
Yeah,
that was massive. Like Lemape was going backwards in those contacts. Rico's tackling has come on.
Yeah, he looks physically bigger than he did when he was on the wing a couple of seasons ago.
I'm excited by Rieko.
Well, here we are, right under sticks. Is it going to be an instant riposte again? This will be great. I'd love it. If this game ends up being a ding-dong battle, that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, the thing about the Highlanders is that they have to make the most of these moments.
We were saying
I think the Blues are
probably needs to be another 7-pointer.
But that was some lovely playmaking. Rob Thompson really stepping up after a dodgy game against the Chiefs.
For sure.
That was a lovely little grubber from him. And Nareki, who, by the way, we haven't seen much of him. He hasn't been making the headlines that Caleb Clarke has. But there's no question he's got the skills. True. And if Nareki gets put in space, he could have a new name on the size top scorer sheet. He's another tacker full winger.
Here we are now, just about to feed the scrum. It's amazing. The clock hasn't stopped yet since kickoff.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've been behind the whole time. Aaron Smith feeds the scrum. Little edge for the Blues.
Heels out to a short ball. Well tackled.
Tompkinson just reined in there.
Watery Black with a nice tackle there. Had to be made.
Perry Parkinson yet to go backwards.
Penalty advantage. Offside is the call, and we're with the
here we go,
attacking under advantage, right under the sticks.
They're going to work it back left.
Dig it out. Looks like he's coming back left. Right, there's no one else on the right for them, so it has to come left, and does.
Interesting little short ball. Rob Thompson trying to make something happen.
A bit of footwork near the line.
Parkinson's going to pick now. Picks towards the post. Good carry. Highlanders about a meter out.
Aaron
Smith gives it wide. Tompkinson tries to step, but Caleb Clarke shuts it down so well.
Does shut down the outside really well.
Yeah.
Like a 13 might, for instance.
Lovely ball from Aaron, but it's a bit of a wild ball.
And it's stripped.
I spoke too
away
soon.
With it, but it is back to the penalty.
When I meant lovely ball, I meant lovely idea for a ball.
Nice concept pass. If a poor pass at the end of it all.
It was actually the flight on that ball was horrific.
Yeah, it was.
I just assumed as he was shaping to pass, it was going to be a delicious over the head.
As it was good defensive play from Bowden there at the very end of it all. They didn't quite create the outside there. They were looking for it, but it wasn't an overlap.
Here's the situation for the Highlanders. Mm-hmm. I think they go to the corner here and try and work an Dixon try, because I think. We're ahead. Oh, look at that! We have a stoppage. We have an injury actually.
We do have an injury. Is the first stoppage. The clock stopped at 20:34. So 10 seconds ago.
10 seconds ago. Yeah. All right. We have a chance to get it back in line now. That was a bit of a wounded duck.
It was a hospital pass.
Had it been put in the breadbasket between Faiani and Barrett, there could have been a Gilbert try.
True, but also it was between two defenders. It wasn't like they'd created the outside there. That was maybe a little impatient in flinging that pass too. Like the first try they scored was a lot of diligent picking.
There was a lot of positive contacts in there. So perhaps you're right that they didn't need to do that as well.
Yeah,
they didn't need to just go for the miracle play.
Yeah. We're losing a player here. He looks in all kinds of discomfort there. He definitely can't continue.
Oof. Try and find out who it is. I don't recognize the face, unfortunately, so just need to see a number. Is it Josh Dixon?
Might be. Highlanders will be showing one of their men, and this is a penalty right under the.
They're going for it. They're going for it. I'm going to go on the record here and say
you don't agree with this call.
Yeah, I don't agree with this call. I think
it's the fact that it's under the post and it's for a level score game.
I hear you on the under the post, but they had one on the wing as well, and I just think Dixon tries, Maul tries are the way of this team. It is Sam Gilbert who was the man about to take that ball.
He's been in a few big collisions. And it was a hospital pass. I knew it was a hospital pass, and now he's going to the hospital.
It was not a good ball from Aaron Smith, and he obviously just got creased in the tackle, and he's done. And Punivai, who I don't really know, Nyani Punivai is a 21-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Nice, be good to see.
From Canterbury originally, and Crusaders development, but now playing for the Highlanders. Punivai coming on the right wing there for the Highlanders. And they're going to take 3, Mitch Hunt. So get your chalkboard ready.
Well, I'll first get us bang on time.
We're bang on time, and Highlanders just kick another 3.
Level up the scoreboard.
Level up the scores.
Double figures for both very early on.
Yeah. Good game so far. I think that the Highlanders could have put the squeeze on and got the try. Whether or not they should have taken the 3 there, that was definitely a try-scoring opportunity. The first one almost the first one in the game that hasn't been taken.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if we end up harking back to that.
Ruining missed chances is definitely a thing that away teams
can do. Little play off the back there. That was Nareki again there on the left wing with a smooth play, but the Blues are counter-attacking through Caleb Clarke, the other 11.
He is a contact-winning machine.
He is, and Sam Knock driving a good pace so far. Lovely little tip-on
pass. But it's dropped. No, it's not dropped.
And Bodie puts one through on the left, and that's a lovely. Oh, what a kick! Oh, absolute.
And charge down.
Gary making a header.
It's going away.
Papali'i. Oh, it's an absolute howler.
And there you go, 3 points, instant riposte with a try.
Papali'i makes the score. He just. Oh my God.
The attacking kick. Papali'i does deserve one.
Papali'i on the wing is an absolute weapon, but I think it was Scott Gregory there, the Highlanders fullback, who's just completely done them in one here. It's a lovely little kick, threaded through by Bowden on his left-hand side, and it just doesn't do what Gregory wants it to do.
Gregory
he has to pick it up, and he's way too complacent, and it's just charged down by Sotutu, who else? And
great
dotted down by Papali'i.
It just pops up for Papali'i.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great try. It's a great combination there between the back row forwards to steal that try.
Oh man, that is such a bad couple of minutes for the Highlanders.
How have we got behind here?
I don't know.
Match clock is at 23:16.
All
of a sudden,
ref may have adjusted or something.
Maybe. However, there's your 3-pointer vindication.
Yeah, well, this is it. Like you miss a chance to score a try and then instantly give one up.
Yeah,
and I always say the biggest, most important thing you can do, if you're going to take the 3-pointer, is exit as effectively and quickly as possible.
True.
And they had the setup to do that. Conversion is good from Otere Black. What else is going to happen?
Otere Black has not put a foot wrong yet in this tournament.
But I mean, from a Highlanders point of view, you take the 3 points, you take the restart through Nareki, beat a couple of men, it's looking good, and then kick it in field, and the Blues run it right back at you, thread one through, and it was compounding errors there. After a great play from Nareki, the kick was in field, and then horrific play from Sam Gilbert, which you can't say anything other than
it was a howler. It was a howler. That is some bad fullbackery.
Simbin very confident in the Blues. Reckon they're looking like they're not scared, which is true. And look, they've made a steal.
Still playing.
Look at this from the Blues. They're really starting to get an edge. Rieko throws a speculative offload.
And it's advantage Highlanders in the middle of the field, and Aaron Smith wants to go.
Rieko really threw that one away.
He did. There was no need for it.
The Highlanders are coming back at this. They themselves are looking confident enough, despite the error. Sam Gilbert looks another. And I'm starting to see a weak link in this Highlanders field, and it's the matchup at 15.
It is
between Sam Gilbert and Bowden Barrett.
Here's
Rieko in the open field. Barrett gets the charge down.
What a pickup.
The whistle had gone.
Well, it was a sloppy charge down, but what a sexy pickup there under pressure.
Barrett had his kick charge down under all kinds of pressure, and just with the smoothest one-hand pickup you'll ever see.
Yeah.
If play had rolled on there, he was going to gain ground on the play.
Could have been a good counter-attacking moment. But
that is awesome.
Well, there's also a difference. He was also charged down. Granted, it was under advantage, so it wasn't going to count. But the way he dealt with it was better than Gilbert's way of dealing with it.
Mitch Hunt is getting some critique in the chat, and I don't think it's his fault necessarily. He's doing okay. He's doing
he's not a superstar. They play through Aaron a lot. It is known that the Highlanders come and play off 9 a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely true. But Genie Mac, Sam Gilbert, when you think about Ben Smith being in that 15 jersey in times gone by,
right.
That boy's got to shape up. He's making horror plays.
That is such a play. I'm unaccustomed to looking at a Highlanders 15 doing anything wrong for the last 7 years.
Yeah, Scott Gregory, I should say. I don't know if I was saying Sam Gregory. Scott Gregory with the hair has been not good. That's the weak point so far.
Yeah, really poor.
And the Blues get to set up a scrum just inside their own half on the left-hand field, and they're just
bombing
it. Otere Black bomb. Although it's a very good kick into a dangerous
zone.
Dropped instantly by Punivai, the 21-year-old, but backwards
apparently.
And Aaron Smith is letting the whole world know he's about to box kick.
Yep, I'm going to box kick everyone. Here we go, box kick. Nice height on it.
It's a good kick.
Cameraman had to
Caleb
zoom
Clarke
in.
under it. What a take by Caleb Clarke
in the rain.
He didn't even take it in his chest.
Football
he took it in his 2 palms in the wet. That's beautiful. And Otere Black.
That's a loose kick.
That one was read by our man, Scott Gilbert.
He thumps it. Not that high. Bit too deep.
We definitely have a bit of a kicking battle. Who's going to break the cycle? It might be Caleb Clarke. He's having a go. He's running right through it. He's Rieko on his outside. Now he's on his inside. Rieko's going to run it in. Oh, what a score!
A try. Rieko Ioane. And the Blues are running riot. And there you go. If you needed no doubt, yes, it was the wrong call for the Highlanders to take that 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Look at where we are now.
That's what's happened since.
5 minutes later.
What's happened since. Yeah. You make it 17-0, it's potentially a different, or whatever. You make it 14-10, you make it a very different.
Or even
picture.
you spend 5 more minutes attacking.
That was lovely. I mean, the counter-attack, they just knew there was a speculative kicking match happening.
Caleb Clarke making things happen.
With Rieko on his outside shoulder just being such a threat. He's such a contact winner, but he has a great vision. Yeah. Wrong-footed his man, and then he was away. Aaron Smith, no chance. And a great tracking run, good instincts.
You're not going to catch Rieko
in that space. Good winger's instincts from Rieko. He just picked the right line, moved from his outside to his inside, and grabbed that 5-pointer. It was always going to be there for him. And Rieko Ioane back in form, linking with Caleb Clarke. This Blues team are looking formidable.
They're very, very formidable. MV Crusaders is just such a lovely matchup now.
Oh my days! This is a beautiful team playing beautiful rugby against a side in the Highlanders who started well.
And we know are solid, and like they haven't put a foot wrong in terms of their set piece. It hasn't been like the Chiefs who are a bit rudderless and a bit all over the place. This is more of a test in terms of the fundamentals, and the Blues are rising to it and shining.
Yeah, and we're just saying what's wrong with the Landers. Well, I think we had said going into this game they're going to find a touch. They're playing a team. They're tough. They're playing a team who are really good at home, with a big pack, playing with loads of confidence, with now some just really lovely backs as well as the pack. They needed to be perfect today, and they needed to capitalize on their opportunities. And I think for me, that moment when they were under the posts, chance to take a 7-point lead or a 5-point lead, and or whatever it would be. Sorry, they were 3 points down.
That's the first mistake for Otere Black. It's a misconversion.
Otere Black misses the conversion. But that I'm going to keep harking back to that Highlanders opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, it's very seldom reflected on. 3-pointer is just considered grand, but it's not a 3 points, and look what it's cost.
It's come at the expense of momentum and potentially
territory,
5 or 7 points.
Impetus,
and just the whole way that the game is shaping out. They compounded that error by making a poor exit kicking in field, and then compounded it again with the error that Gilbert made. And that led to the Blues feeling super confident and pulling off an awesome playoff kick return. And now the Highlanders are up against it, and they're going to have to play some really flawless rugby to get back into this. But the other side of the coin is that the Blues are just looking delicious right now.
They are,
Although Sam Knock with a real free, with a bad error, that was a return to form for the young man. He's giving the Highlanders a real free chance to attack this now.
That's exactly what you do. Again, what's with the not good exiting after the scores?
There's the Blues on this occasion, but Sam Knock is just hoiked his box kick into touch on the full and giving the Blues their perfect platform. The Highlanders, I should say, their perfect platform, which is this offensive maul. They have it on the 22, just on the right wing. And they take it off the top, which is an interesting approach.
And
instantly hitting it up with the young man, Punivai.
And we're still going to play off Aaron's
switch play is nice. Mitch Hunt now playing it in behind. Here's Tompkinson. Just threatening them a little bit. And they do look dynamic when they move the ball with a wee bit of speed. Parry Parkinson is smashed by Tui Pilatu.
That tip on was so telegraphed.
It was telegraphed by the Blues captain Tui Pilatu, and that is another
big moment for the Blues, big moment for the Highlanders. Context of the game, it's creeping away from the Landers here.
That was Parry Parkinson, who is yet to lose a contact.
Well, it was actually I don't like that.
You're going to blame Goodhue
because it just set up Josh Dixon. The two locks combined in rather
I just love the picture of Patrick Pilatu making the read on Parkinson, smashing him. Parkinson looks the ball. I mean, what a picture for the Blues.
That's a winning picture. The two big locks into each other.
Hikarukutai is not letting the Clarke as a 13 go. I'm gonna lean with Leon McDonald and say Rieko's a class 13 and Clarke is killing it on the wing. So let's just have that.
I just love the balance to their back line is great. To be honest, this Blues team, for the first time, they've been hyped before, but that was kind of flattering to deceive. This just has the look of a really well-balanced, well-coached rugby team.
They're just such a fun dynamic.
Yeah. Bowden with the exit. He shakes his head as if it's terrible, but it's actually grand because he's Bowden.
Emily's saying she thinks she needs to sort the Highlanders out and listen. Good luck with that.
Yeah, well, halftime is approaching, and they'll need to do something to change. They definitely need to score prior to halftime. Here we are with a line out.
Clock is at 31:50, by the way. We're just a wee bit
behind.
And line out
to the Highlanders at around the 10-meter line of the Blues, and it's another perfect line out to the back here. Both teams
and finally they go to the maul. That's correct.
And it's a good maul.
Nice.
Trucking it up rather nicely. 10 yards made so far. It's slowed up a little. That's one.
Dixon still has it at the back, but the Blues have done a good job here. And now Aaron Smith had to use it. Oh my God! Instantly mucked by Nareki, and that is not the picture.
A howler. That's a howler. And deflated looking.
Was it Nareki? Sorry, was it not? It looked like it was Nareki coming off his wing.
No, it's not Nareki there.
No, it's Tompkinson being given the blame.
No, I think it
was Nareki. I think it was Nareki coming off his wing.
Around there.
Yeah. Just mucked the ball.
That's exactly what
when Caleb Clarke is doing the whatever the rugby opposite of what that is. That is a horrific picture.
Taking the ball and trampling over the first man rather than dropping it before the contact.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's bad. That's exactly what you don't. And hands on hips for Aaron Smith. It's not going well so far for the Highlanders.
Imperious stuff from the Blues, though.
Yeah.
Who are now setting up a scrum.
Well, just on their own. Drops like that are the sign of the team that's more intimidated by the occasion, whereas the Blues have been throwing little offloads, cheeky little.
And just growing into it. Like it started out cagey enough, and then just as it's gone on, they gotten more confident and more confident.
Mm-hmm. And appealing, they go to the short side. A kick from Sotutu off the base. And what a kick it is! I love
Sotutu,
all the skills.
He's looking so good. Beautiful kicking behind. Oh, great kick back though from Gregory, and now Gregory finds is probably just going to kick it, and he's giving it to Barrett, who's probably going to kick it, and he puts a bomb up in the air,
a Bowden bomb.
Gregory mucks it, and Papali'i's going to go.
Gregory has definitely been a weakling. Look at the non-Ben Smith.
Rieko tries to kick, and that doesn't work.
But it is scooped up. It's still playing under advantage now. We're back for the penalty.
Back for the scrum.
Back for the penalty. Yeah, geez, there's a big Ben Smith-shaped hole in that Highlanders back line that's growing more apparent by the second.
Well, interestingly, as you mentioned, Ben Smith, Hukurukutai making the point that Barrett's getting hoops of practice in at 15, which is just like it's probably not the place for this conversation, but there's an interesting
little kick that is off the base.
Tutu. What a play! Picking it up and kicking it is just the most beautiful thing. He's just got all the skills.
Yeah.
What a talent he is. But Barrett getting the hoops practice at 15, it just creates this interesting triangle to be in the summer or in the later in the year for the All Blacks.
The All Blacks,
between Damien McKenzie, Richie Moong, and Bowden Barrett.
Yeah,
you fit the three of them in, or what do you do?
Good headaches to have. To be honest, they could have done with a McKenzie option going to the World Cup. It would have served them better. Yeah. But Bowden as a 15 is awesome as well. Like I really, really love his backfield management and just the pace that he brings, as well as the second distributor option. It's nice having a 15 who can play 10. Plus, with Otere Black looking as good as he does, it's just a really nice, tidy balance to this Blues team so far.
Yeah.
We have actually forgot to pause, so we are behind now. 33-49.
No, we're ahead.
We're ahead. Sorry, they're behind.
Clock is stopped at 33:59.
Yeah.
And quietly, without making as many headlines, I think that the performance of Sotutu again at number 8 is just
awesome.
He made the charge down for try. He had that delicious kick. Like he's a young man playing with a lot of confidence. He's extremely physical, extremely skillful with that left-handed pass last week.
Yeah.
Is Zinzan Brook reborn?
It is nice. Not since Zinzan Brook have you had a number 8 who could pick it up and kick it like that.
Yeah,
find a nice little bit of grass behind the defense. He needs to bang a drop goal yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, an attacking scrum.
Blues, we're back alive, and we'll replay that when the clock gets to 34:52. It's just at 34:30 now, and the ball gets to the base. Perfect attacking opportunity, and Sam Knox going to pick blind, feed Barrett, who steps inside. Aaron Smith reins him in, but the Blues set up just about 30 meters from the Highlanders line, and instantly winning contact. Although Perry Parkinson nearly makes such an illegal slap. Horrific pass there from Sam Knock has got the Blues going backwards on the left-hand side.
Here we are. We are bang on time for the first time in the match.
James Parsons has a rumble and wins the contact against Perry Parkinson there with a couple of latchers. Good ball from Otere Black. Oh, big tackle on Tuamafasi.
What a tackle that is from the Highlanders.
That was
the ball
a beautiful
squirts out.
hit.
Has to be squirted back.
And now the Blues are under all kinds of pressure. That's what the Highlanders need, is just to win some of those contacts.
Yeah.
Big
We're back at the halfway line all of a sudden.
Did not know what hit him.
Gone. Penalty advantage, though. No, knock-on advantage, okay. And it's a loose pass from Knock.
Oh my God.
It's a drop by Talia. That's probably back for the scrum. There was no advantage.
Well, I must say, that was as impressive a set as the Highlanders have had since the try.
Yeah.
Excuse the hiccup. Great D.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely smashing double hit on Tuamafasi, and then they just built from there. And the Blues looked out of sorts. I mean, they probably should have just, slowed it up and made a kick or something, but they kind of just looked completely out of sorts.
They did start throwing it, shoveling shite is the expression up here, where you get the ball in a terrible position and then ship it on.
Now there's a bit of wet weather stuff from Talia there.
Talia, with a drop ball.
Not going to hold it against him.
Tough to know if time's on or off here.
I think it's on. I think it's on.
Running.
It's easier to fix if we're ahead than if we're behind.
It's true.
And we're slightly ahead. You can pause it and start it again if you want to be anal about it. We're at 36-10.
Just as we get towards half-time.
He's going to get it right.
Bang on for you just at half-time here.
I'm really anxious for the Highlanders to improve, but they have improved. That was a positive play for them. But it is the end result of it is another offensive set here for the Blues.
Yes, indeed.
Huge open field for Talia on the right-hand side of the scrum, which I just like the look of, especially with Sotutu being as good as he is in the open field. But they go right. And Otere Black feeds Rieko, who has a rumble. But that's a great tackle by Tompkinson. Tompkinson and Thompson there rein Rieko in. That was what we said pre-game.
That needs to happen. That's the centre's primary role
to shut him down.
And it's a Bowden kick.
Fence. It's an Otere Black kick as it happens.
And
opened it up with a beauty.
Lovely.
In behind Nareki.
He's catching those wingers high.
Yeah, that was a beautiful kick. Between Black and Barrett, they're just owning the kick.
In terms of the game management, like all of the Highlanders plays coming through Aaron Smith, and as such is a little telegraphed.
Yeah.
Whereas the Blues have the option of Barrett and Otere Black and
Sam Knock and Rieko Ioane, and it's delicious stuff. The kicking, that's just such a way. 3 minutes from time, just heaping the pressure on the Highlanders, who still have yet to screw up a line out. It's the one area of excellence.
They get a penalty.
And they get a penalty out of it.
Jumping across the line out.
Rieko gets carried away. I don't know. We'll continue this debate, I dare say, Hikaru Katai, but I'm liking Rieko at 13.
Yeah.
That was one big tackle on him.
It was. By the two centres on the opposite
it was
side.
a good read from Tompkinson. But as it was,
we're at a penalty and a free exit now for the Highlanders.
Well, free exit earned by their good line-out.
Yes, indeed. Their line-out hasn't gone wrong thus far.
Ash Dixon has nerves of steel, and he's tough as nails. And he's just going to continue doing his job perfectly.
Yeah.
And I tell you, when he goes off, that's going to be the final nail in the Highlanders' coffin.
Yeah.
If they take him off after 50, I don't know. I don't see how they can win this game.
This is true.
They
did do over 70 minutes.
They need to do the Augustin Gravy thing and just keep him on
forever.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Yeah, it's just too much.
And here we are with the Highlanders line out at around halfway. Oh, sorry, it's just the 10-meter line.
Frizell takes it nicely. Another perfect transition into a maul.
Set.
And they're already going forward by the time Ash Dixon gets to the ball. And look at big fight for the ball there.
There's a fight in the middle of that maul.
Yeah,
Tui
Poladu was trying to win it, but
it's well-peeled.
And hang on.
Have
they got through on that?
Yeah, penalty.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's interesting. What they've actually said there is that the Blues have come through legally, got a hold of the ball carrier, and then lost patience and chucked it to the floor. And all the hard work was done. You just needed to stay there, and you would have got the scrum. Instead, you
threw him to the ground,
turfed it,
and
coughed him penalty. That's a frustrating one.
That is a bit sloppy.
I think that was Goodhue there, Josh Goodhue, for the Blues, making an awesome play and then butchering
an error. Yeah,
and as it is,
and it coughs up an attacking set to finish the half
after Otere Black's great kick.
They missed touch.
Mitch Hunt, that's criminal. Great tackle. Tompkinson wrapped Barrett up there, but he got it away. Caleb Clarke. Having a rumble.
Great play.
Sam Knock goes blind.
Well, I was just about to say, and now the half ends with the Highlanders attacking set, but no, they
Mitch
missed
Hunt,
touch.
with a maul like the Highlanders, Mitch Hunt missing touches.
That's criminal.
That's an offence against your own pack there. They've
done so much work. Oh,
that's a horrific error from Mitch Hunt.
That's a penalty advantage for the Blues. Penalty for the Blues.
That's the half.
It's the half of the Blues wanted to be. They can.
We can muck this. It was just about right, Shane.
Yeah, that's it. We're over the 40-minute mark now, so it is about to be half time. The hooter is saying,
I think Barrett is kicking this out now.
Tap and kick.
And there you go.
Is half time.
That's half time. And gee whiz. I mean, right before half time, the Highlanders have an opportunity to set up a winning, a get back into the game maul, which is their primary weapon.
Yes, and it had just gone pretty well for them.
Oh, Mitch Hunt.
Well, now that is the worst play of the game.
Apart from Mitch Hunt. Yeah. Apart from Scott Gregory's.
Of course that. But in terms, like we were citing, he was getting a bit of flack here in our comment section. Obviously, he's not the entity that even Otere Black is, but certainly not Bowden either on either side. So it's all coming through Aaron Smith for them. And then the few responsibilities you do have as the 10 for your team, you need to make touch there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, that is criminal. He'll be hearing about it at halftime in that one.
Well, it's horrific to do that to your pack. Who like the last thing that happened with the sequence that led to halftime was Otere Black, the Blues maestro at 10, pinging the Highlanders into their own corner, and then the Highlanders pack getting one over on the big Blues pack, earning back-to-back penalties to set up an attack of their own, and their out half mucks the kick and ruins the opportunity for them. It is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And you have to wonder when they have, drop goal hero bring Gatland on the bench.
Yes.
When they're going to unleash him in the second.
Yeah, actually, I think he's a better player, to my mind, than Mitch Hunt. I can't understand why he's not on already.
Well, the other option is bring Gatland at fullback in for your man Gilbert, who is
potential. Less. But there's definitely weaknesses all over this Highlanders team that are being exploited currently by a great looking Blues side. Really do good value for their 12-point win or lead at the moment. Could have been more, obviously, even if just the conversion had gone over, it could have been more. But there were chances.
There's a couple of chances for the Highlanders, and that's what the name of the game is: score tries, take chances in that second half. For the Highlanders. I'm going to go off and make Shane some caffeine, and he's going to entertain you lovely people in my absence.
I might just snooze here again. No, I'm not going to do that. The great half of rugby. I was expecting it to be much tighter and much slower than it was, to be honest. And it's a large part of that is due to the Blues' just attitude from the very start. They were looking to move the pill, looking to kind of probe around the fringes, use their attacking assets out wide and make it difficult for the Highlanders. And they've done that really, really well. Caleb Clarke, what a player. Whether he's at 13 or 15 or 14 or anywhere in the back line, that guy's going to win contacts. And he's been absolute fire. He was instrumental, obviously, in the Rieko Ioane Try that has really put some daylight between these two sides. What else have we been looking at? The back row forwards for the Blues, awesome. The combination between Sotutu and Papali'i for Papali'i's try with just some good pressure and a charge down is awesome. Like really, really good. And conversely, there's been a little bit of absenteeism in those roles for the Highlanders. Not that they're not there, but they're just less potent than their counterparts in Blues. It just looks like they're both very, very well drilled. Unbiased Rugby, hello Don. Good morning to you. I hope you're enjoying the game as much as we are. It's looking like the Blues all day, and it's just what's really exciting now is that the Blues look like a proper contender, proper competitors to take on the Crusaders. Because what we don't need, and we won't know until the Blues face the Crusaders, really, we don't need the Crusaders to just run roughshod over this whole competition, as they have done Super Rugby for the last 3 seasons. It would be nice to have some genuine, competitive competition for them, and the Blues look primed to do that. They're such a lovely, well-balanced and confident-looking team. Great game. Yeah, it is 100% a great game, Don. It's like the tempo's been so impressive. Well, what we were hearing about before kickoff, the fact that it had been piss and rain, apparently, down in New Zealand for the whole day, and had just stopped prior to kickoff, or just about stopped prior to kickoff. And then they come out and play some really good, high tempo, attacking rugby with some big collisions, nice kicks, good variance to it, to both games, to be honest. The loose trio for the Blues, their pack is awesome. Like, the balance of their pack is awesome. And you're right, their loose forwards probably have been a difference. That and Caleb Clarke here, who I'm looking at on the replay of Rieko's try. Awesome. Yeah, the Blues they're edging it all over. Satyrs are watching. The Satyrs are watching. That was the thing hanging over the first round of games, was just the fact that the Crusaders are in the background purring along. They haven't really lost much ground, and they didn't look like they lost a step when they finally did get on the pitch in week 2 and scored a try in around 90 seconds. It's all primed for Crusaders v Bowden's Blues, and that's box office. That's a really good game. Easy to play attacking rugby when you're barred at 15. Very true, Don. It's a luxury not all teams have. In fact, not many teams at all.
Barrett at 15 and Rieko at 13. And Caleb Clarke and the lesser seen today, Talia, on the wings. But it's a lovely backline, in fact. And true. Fayani doesn't get the love, but he's a lovely 12.
Yes, this is true. Well, we're chatting a bit about the differences between the teams. It seems like the Blues kind of are edging it pretty much everywhere. And particularly the loose forwards, where we were citing, just the back row forwards have been pretty impressive.
I see Don has joined us.
Has joined us.
Nice to see you, Don. Long time no speaking.
Yeah, he is also enjoying the game by all sounds, by all accounts. And how could you not be?
I'm just enjoying the performance more than anything. I heard you talking there a wee bit about the Crusaders. I mean, the hype that is now going to surround the meeting of the Blues and the Crusaders.
It's nice to finally have some competition, genuine competition for that Crusaders team. Looks great.
And you know what? It's not next week. Next week the Blues have the bye.
Right.
And the Highlanders play the Crusaders back in Forsyth Loire.
That's a tough back-to-back weekends for the Highlanders.
You know, they get to take them at home. They'll have the zoo full again. That's an interesting game. That'll be the Saturday game.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs will play the Hurricanes and the losers melee on the Sunday next week. But it's going to be all the way. This is incredible. I'm just looking through Super Rugby Aotearoa rosters. It's going to be. They're not going to meet on Crusaders v Blues. I was wondering where it was going to be. 11th of July. That is
July. That's
game.
A couple of weeks from now, isn't it?
Yeah, 11th of July. They're going to meet in Christchurch. And I tells you boys, that is not a game to be missed. I think the hype surrounding that game is going to be colossal
and justified.
Yes,
because look at what the Blues are at. Like, this has been pretty awesome. Just going to update this because it's going to be the second half now.
That's true. This is true.
Thank you for the tea.
Say again.
Thank you for the tea.
No worries. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second half. In terms of a way to, in terms of what in the context of this game you can expect to see from the Highlanders. I think their line-out maul is still probably best in the comp.
And it's their best avenue.
Every other game we've seen against the Hurricanes and the Chiefs, we've seen Patrick Tuipolatu just get his big hands and even Sotutu on everything that the Highlanders threw in, their opposition threw in there. Yeah. And they haven't laid a glove on the lovely Highlanders line-out. And they haven't even been able to shut a maul down in terms of, like, eventually they've managed to work one. Yeah. But for the most part, the transition and the maul has been flawless.
Yeah,
and that is the goal for the Highlanders. And with games with as many penalties as these, although there have been less this game, which is a welcome change.
Far fewer penalties. It's been a better game. It's probably been the best game of the comp so far.
They're going to need a kicker, probably at Bryn Gatland, wherever he comes on at 15 or 10, to put them in the corners and to put pressure on the Blues line-out, and then to get their own offensive line-outs. And it's that maul that they need to get going.
Yeah.
That's what they need, really.
Definitely. I'm not confident that that's what we'll see, but that's definitely what they need.
Well, exactly, yeah, in terms of how they're going to shift it.
Yeah.
But no, for the time being, Blues just growing in confidence. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is that the little bits of Rob Thompson I've seen have been good in terms of shutting down Rieko. You're going to need to see him a lot more in hand.
He's been probing very, very nicely, but there's a more limited nature to what the Highlanders are doing with the pill. Whereas the Blues look like they can access more channels and kind of probe in different areas rather than just playing off 9, which is what the Highlanders have kind of brought to it.
Interesting comment from Jordan Clarke saying, great to see our former Blues legends' sons carrying on their father's footsteps in Caleb and Hoskins and Sotutu.
That's right.
I hadn't realised that about Caleb Clarke and Hoskins Sotutu. I didn't realise their fathers were Blues in their time.
There you go.
That's fun.
It's nice. I like those dynamics. Good honest clubmen dynamics.
You get a lot of that in rugby, and you get a huge amount of it Kiwi rugby as well.
For sure. You get some of it in Irish rugby a lot of time as well.
Some of those genetics stories. But
well, genetics do play through. Like if you were a big, massive ball rushing, ball carrying forward, chances are your kid will play
going to be big enough as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Or the biggest travesty of all, your son will be a winger.
Yes. I'm looking at the benches in terms of what teams are going to be unleashing. There isn't a massive amount from either side.
The main difference would be Gringatland, I think, in terms of changing the prospects of the Highlanders. Giving them something else to go off, they probably do need to shake it up at 10.
Usually the injection of Finlay Christie at scrum half speeds things up for a few phases. But Sam Knox had his best game. Yes, he has. I wouldn't be
one kick out on the full is all I can remember from Sam Knox in terms of
outside of
wrong.
that,
everything else has been pretty flawless, including that big try-saving play.
Are we going to get the clock right now? Here, hold on to your butts here, folks.
Hold on to your butts. It's always a suspenseful moment at the start of the half. Are we going to be on time? Are we going to be behind?
Tony Brown being interviewed in his flat cap by the Sky Sport crew.
Yeah, he's looking
looking dapper.
Looking like a nice chilled out lockdown look.
There was a rumor once upon a year that Tony Brown was going to come coach Leinster before we got Matt O'Connor.
Oh God, that would have been so much better than
Matt O'Connor. He's a very good coach. Very good coach. I was looking him up then in curiosity, and it was the master. Him and Jamie Joseph had such a winning team.
Yeah.
Don pointing out the Highlanders really do need a score in the next 10 minutes. And by score, it means try.
I mean,
they're playing for tries.
3 points is no good.
I just think for the Highlanders, with a team with as few avenues for tries as them, taking 3 points in any context is especially criminal because they're the worst team. They're going to have very few chances to score. And the maul is how they score.
Yeah.
They can't take any 3-pointers. If they take one 3-pointer, I'm done. They're done. Forget about them.
Yeah. Something that constantly, we're such big harpers on that point on this podcast, but it happens so damn often.
It depends on the context.
Every year in the Six Nations, Italy come to Twickenham, and every year they kick a 3-pointer in the first 10 minutes, and you're like, why? Like, we just kick to the corner and try to score a try.
You're winning this game 9-0.
Yeah, is that what's going to happen?
No,
has it ever happened that way before? Every chance you have in the opponent's 22 needs to be a 7-pointer. If you're going to win the game at all. And that's the equation is quite similar. Not to say that this is Italy to England or anything like that.
But they're an underdog team.
They are an underdog team. They're away from home. They're in the wet, and they have a good line-out maul. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Anyway, clock. Let's go. It's clock time. Whistle's gone. Clock needs to go.
Clock is just probably marginally behind.
No, we're good. I think that clock is good. It's just
2
marginally behind.
2 seconds behind.
Hello again, Emily. Nice to see you back.
And we're back.
Pick up and go from Tu'u, who was good at the start of the game, but really hasn't come into it and is going to need to more for the Highlanders as it goes on because he is a class player.
Oh, Rieko holds him up. The ball gets
nice little pop away from Nareki, and Perry Parkinson takes it in, and Aaron Smith is going to have a box kick.
I'm box kicking, everyone. Look at my Telegraph box kick, and it's a box kick.
It's up, and
it's actually a decent box kick.
Great take.
Well taken. Otere,
great take. Caught on the landing by
not
Nareki,
put the foot wrong.
A perfect little setup for a Blues offense. And that's what the long restart gives you. Tu'u nailed by Frizell.
Tu'u is carrying a lot of ball.
Yeah, because he's so big and strong. Oh, what a carry that is from Rieko Ioane, and he gets it back inside, but it's the second muck from Talia, who's not liking the wet.
Knock on.
Talia
looking a different man in the slippery wet.
It's true, he is. This is playing fine. He had one classy exit, and he hasn't been in the game outside of that. But that's 2 mucks, and that's just you get that with some wingers.
Especially you're cold on the wing when you don't see the ball for ages, and then suddenly it's fired at your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Tough thing to deal
with.
Big
hit on Tu'u Mafasi by Shannon Frizell there.
Yeah.
Shannon Frizell and Tu'u for the Landers are really going to have to start.
They have
making plays.
Far too quiet. Too quiet compared to Papali'i and Sotutu.
And
even Ioane as well. All the Blues. Back row are looking fun.
And it was looking like a good battle, but it's just no question that it's being edged. And in fact, you've seen the likes of Parkinson and Dixon more than you've seen Frizell and Tu'u in those contact areas. Those guys do need to step up and make plays because they're great players, and the Highlanders need something. Aaron Smith plays a nice flat pass in there for Tompkinson.
Invites his centres onto it, and it's just no one outside.
Mitch Hunt whipping it away, and here we go.
But they've sucked no one in.
Yeah. Punivai, the young man, just trucked up, and it's just a bit.
And here we are at the halfway line, just pulled
nice
back.
little whippy ball, and now they're trying to get Nareki on the one-on-one, but a great tackle on him by Otere Black.
Side to side without sucking anyone in, and just got bundled into touch by Otere Black.
I tell you what, though, Nareki on Otere Black, that is like it. To be honest, like as not great as that offense was, and you can criticize it, for a Kiwi team getting your star winger one-on-one with the opposition 10 is supposed to be a winning formula.
Yeah,
and he just
wasn't that time.
It was a great tackle by Black, but you'd want to see Nareki put some footwork on that. Like he's just been trucked into touch too easily. Caleb Clarke wouldn't do that. Put it that way.
True. I do blame part of the blame goes with the pass. It was spent too long in the air, allowed Otere Black to line him up.
Yeah, and a good tackle from the
good tackle from Otere Black, who continues to knock with a foot wrong.
Yeah.
But as it is, the Blues just set up a line out. We're on their own 10-meter line, not looking for a box kick. Kicks it up in the air, probably a bit too high in the air. Doesn't get any lateral distance, but it's batted back.
It's just an absolute mess of play, and Sam mucks it. And now Parkinson can come away with it. And the Highlanders actually
closest thing to
Parkinson with a nice little
Parkinson
rumble. And now two thinking about having a rumble.
That's another knock error. I'm going to say it between the box kick and the drop.
So maybe Finlay Christie does become an option now. Oh, here we go. Tompkinson having a go. Well shut down by Ioane.
Yeah.
The Highlanders now just having an attack just on the opposition 40.
Yeah.
Good carry too. That's the way.
That's what we need.
And he gets the ball away to Parkinson. And now they trundle into the 22. And he gets it away. Oh.
Did they hold that? They did.
Yeah, they did.
Brilliant
Beautiful stuff from the Highlanders there. And now this needs to be a try.
Oh, Mitch Hunt!
He's right through! Beautiful score for the Highlanders.
Never doubted Mitch Hunt for a second.
Oh, how about that, Mitch Hunt? And what do you say to the doubters? Doubt me now, says Mitch Hunt.
Yeah.
Beautiful play. And that was Tu'u just breaking it up.
Yeah.
Great carry. Gets the hands free
make a play
to Parkinson, who's looking really fine in those contacts. He's winning most of them. Gets the ball away to Dylan Hunt. And then look at this. Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
Who saw that coming from Mitch Hunt? Not the Blues defense. Caught them napping. And the Highlanders have a try, which is exactly what they needed. Game on!
To be fair, they showed him the inside and he took it.
Look at this.
They were drifting.
Absolutely caught. Oh my God! It was the replacement Cowley Tuioti. Absolutely done.
He was done. He kind of an ankle breaker, as they call it in basketball. He's just completely wrong.
And you just saw it was the big man he was up against. He was facing
they were all
the wrong
facing
way.
out. They were all drifting.
Everyone expecting the pass. And just as you said, they've been too lateral, and then they go through the middle a couple of times. Yeah. And then Mitch Hunt just takes it, and that's great. That's great. Answer the
Mitch
critics.
Hunt to convert his own try. He does. 17. Game back on. Exactly what the game needed. Exactly what the Highlanders needed.
Absolutely. Apparently, Sotutu's dad, Waisaki Sotutu, played for the Blues in the 90s.
There you go.
Back when the Blues were awesome.
The Blues were awesome back then.
Sean Fitzpatrick era.
Yeah.
Listen, that is huge from the Highlanders. And listen, they're like they showed it last week against the Chiefs, or the first week in the Chiefs in week 1, that they are a team with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
And Ash Dixon does that constantly. Like they don't give up. They stick to their structures, and they do have plays in them. Nareki with a good step there. So they're not about to crumble in a Hurricanes-like way.
Yeah, exactly. They don't tend to crumble like that.
They're going to keep trying.
What they are is a little limited.
Yeah.
They've always been that way.
Nice little pick
but they are in this game now.
Tu'u with another little pick from the middle. And now look at the confidence from Mitch
Hunt with a bit of footwork behind the game line.
Rieko a wee bit. They're just looking
much
all the happier for it. That was the perfect start to the second half. Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah. Regret saying Mitch Hunt is poo. Yeah, you should feel bad. That was a great little play from the young man.
Now Talia.
Well, now it's made my mind up. Bryn Gatlin can come on at 15.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was humming and hawing.
Scott Gregory less impressive than anybody. Bowden Barrett having a kick, switching the
direction.
Play and trying to find space over.
Find space. Finds Mitch Hunt again. He's everywhere.
He's put an interesting bomb up, but it's out on the full, and that's a spectacular return.
Mitch Hunt. No! It's just as we were bigging him up. He was everywhere. He was covered the Bowden kick, but
Mitch just
that is a bit of muckitude on that one.
And again, right after you score, like I know there was a bit of play in there and there, but the last thing they want is to let the Blues set up in an offense. But they picked off the line out. I was wondering who would be the first
Highlanders. There you go.
Wow. Look at that.
That's the first line out that's not gone to plan all day for either
team. Feels
team.
like the first line out in the whole tournament for either of these teams.
Talia.
Talia set up in his 22 for a kick and then just decided to rumble. He hasn't rumbled too much, and now he gets it away to Tuam Afasi, who's
always
himself.
rumbling.
And look at this.
Short side.
The Blues are running it. Oh, Parsons was not the man to have in that space.
It was 3 forwards.
Yeah.
Because it was a 3-on-2, but they didn't quite execute it there. Tui Polotu, big man in the contact as well. And now it looks like we're box kicking. Sam Nock is telegraphing. He's trying to tell the world he's going to box kick. We're box kicking. Boom. He got a bit more distance on it and still lovely height on that.
It's an absolute lottery ball. And Mitch Hunt comes away with it. And now the Highlanders can set up an attack on the halfway line. Blues just mucked that ball away. I didn't like that.
I'm not loving that.
And now, here we go. Gilbert whips it away. Oh, Tompkinson did well to get it away. And then there's a bit of space. Bowden Barrett eats up the space. He is space. Bowden Barrett,
it's such a speculative. Whenever you drop any kick, like that looked like a good kick, but you just know that Bowden's going to be the one that gets it.
Yeah, he's so quick. And now Sotutu in the tram lines. Steps his man too.
Dynamic.
And gets it away to Talia on the right wing. Who's a goal? Nearly got away from Nareki.
Nareki did well to hold him.
Could be a steal here. Yes, that's a steal. Sorry to get excited, but Tutu has really arrived in the game in this second half.
And Nareki there with a good play on his opposite number as well, because Talia was so close to being away.
Tutu, after being stepped by Sotutu, then comes in with a monster steal.
Tutu.
Question as to whether he was actually the first man or if he just ignored the first man, who was Faiani. But sure, look at
when you get that good body position, you're just going
to get the call.
Yeah, and it was Sotutu in to try and clear him out. Second one there. That's a good little battle. The ongoing dynamics.
All of a sudden, as the chat reminisces about the 90s. 90s Kiwi rugby. It was not a world I was privy to at the time, but you get some of those old games on Sky Sports New Zealand.
You do. And the Blues were a hell of a team.
Jonah Lomu. Just stop there.
Full stop. But it's been so long since the Blues have had any promise at all, and this just looks like a really good team. It's great.
Tokalahi makes his way, which could be interesting in the sense that I don't think his replacement, Thwaites, is nearly as good a scrummager. So you could see the Blues have a rumble at scrum time if we do get another scrum. But outside of that, not a huge game from Tokalahi, as Sky Sport are making the reasonable decision to show us a highlights reel of Caleb Clarke.
Caleb Clarke just doing awesome things.
Some box office stuff here. Yeah. Look at this.
That's the Rieko Try again, which I just do not tire of looking at.
Now Mitch Hunt having to kick from inside the tram line. He missed touch earlier, and he's made a good touch this time. That's a very good touch.
It's a very good kick this time.
Good. Mitch Hunt is growing.
Growing into the game is right.
Scott Gregory can go for Bryn Gatland, and then we can have 2 kickers of the ball.
Just ahead, because the clock must have
stopped at some point. Yeah, that's reasonable. So about 26 seconds ahead of time here.
And a Highlanders attacking line out.
Now, Highlanders.
Just off the top,
here we go. Nareki, first base, slips through the first tackle and gets them well into the 22. Lovely little carry from Nareki. They have an advantage.
Penalty advantage.
Perry Parkinson, and the Highlanders are going to set up their picture of carries. Good tackle on him by Papali'i.
Yeah.
No drop goals, boys. We need tries. Bad pass.
Mitch Hunt.
Tompkinson takes it
up. The good, the bad, and the ugly from Mitch Hunt so far.
Tutu, though, has picked it up and is having a rumble, but
into all the forwards.
Rieko Ioane just gets him that time.
Yeah.
They don't need to kick a drop goal. Don't give in to temptation.
Lovely ball! Here we go!
Thwaites!
Thwaites into the space! Oh, you just didn't have the pace to get there.
It's got to be there on the right-hand side, Aaron Smith. You've done so. Oh, it's got to be there on the right-hand side. They're going to have a go, though. Oh,
ball
just
squirts
short.
Back.
It's there on the right.
It's still there on the right.
It goes over the top. It's a try. Oh, what a comeback.
Oh.
What a comeback, Highlanders. Punivai. Oh, gets the score.
What a young man. Great stuff.
Thwaites. Jeff Thwaites.
The tip on
remember the name.
You've never seen him in so much space before, and he didn't quite have the. There's the young man, 19 Punivai, getting on the board.
It was Mitch Hunt put him in space just because the last time he took it on, the defense bought in on him. Yeah. And this time he managed to put his man in space. Look at this.
Oh.
He was bought in on. Who did that?
Was Tuam Afasi. It was Tuam Afasi.
Came out of the line.
It was a let me smash this 10 real quick kind of play.
It was a mistake, though.
It was a mistake, of course.
It was a mistake. And Punivai gets the dot down, but that is a try made by Mitch Hunt. Putting Thwaites.
And we are level scores with a conversion to come and a chance to take the lead.
Awesome response from the Highlanders.
Yeah.
Just really great disciplined rugby. And now, all of a sudden, the conversation changes. Blues, what do you got? We know how the Blues historically have not enjoyed the tight games.
Capitulate.
They have not enjoyed the tight games. So another interesting finish now. The Blues are going to have to respond. Great response from the Highlanders. This is the game of the tournament so far.
Truth.
Oh. What's the check? No, TMO. You don't get to check.
TMO check.
You don't get to check. This was beautiful. I just need to hear what the hell is going on here. Okay, Aaron Smith picks it up, drops it. And it wasn't Aaron Smith, it was Mitch Hunt. And God, what the...
I was getting so excited. I'd already scrubbed out their score on the chalkboard. See? I was about to put in 20-something.
Oh, Mitch Hunt. What a... Oh, my God. You want to talk about mercurial?
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the downright shocking. Mitch Hunt.
Oh, Mitch Hunt.
I'm just going to contritely scrub back out this fresh 2.
Oh, come on. He did drop it. He picked it up off the base and dropped it. And he had done so
just
well.
Like quarter past 100%. It's a knock on. No try. No try. Oh, you thought you had a try, did you? No try.
Poor Mitch Hunt. He makes such good plays and then follows them up with such bad plays, and it's just... Oy. Well, here we go, Blues. I think they have a penalty against them.
They do. So I'm just going to re-scrub in that 17, sadly.
I can't believe it. I was so sure it was trying. It was a great try.
I think that's the first time we've ever done that. We've done a few live streams. I think that's the first time I've genuinely scrubbed out a score, started writing in the other score before the scores got literally and figuratively scrubbed out. Is that Rieko going on?
Rico's in the bin.
Sin-binned.
Meanwhile, one of the Blues' best backs and the linchpin of their defense goes off. You can't take 3 points. You must go for it now. I know it's a tight game. They're taking 3, no question. But they should go to the corner.
Are they going to go to the corner? They look like they're going to
Mitch,
the corner.
What are we doing? Yup them, Mitch. Chip it in the corner. You've got an Ash Dixon maul.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Good.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
They're learning.
Now this is it. This is potentially the game right here.
Rico's off. There he is on the little blue chair of sin binnery.
And the Kiwis are going to really reject this. I can almost hear the grumbling there from Nisbo. They love a scrum, especially with a man down in the back line. But this has been the Highlanders' way. They haven't messed up a line out yet.
Nope.
As I commentator cursed them. Perry Parkinson takes it instantly, and they get a decent transition, and they're peeling off, but it's well read by Papali'i.
The peel variation. Why, when the maul's
When
working so well, why?
What a carry though!
But this
Ash
Dixon again.
He just refuses to lose. Aaron Smith feeds two. Wrapped up there by
Sotutu.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. The All Black 8 jersey is vacated by Kieran Reid, and now look at the battle that ensues.
Ash Dixon does not go backwards, but he is stopped there by Fiani. Aaron Smith, they're peeling off. It's not quite as fast as they'd like their picture to be.
No.
But, nearly stolen, but they are still rumbling.
Just narrowing
about 5 out from the line.
Still 5 out from the line. Penalty advantage.
That's huge.
And a penalty.
This is a try. Oh, what a try.
Is that Ash Dixon again?
Oh, what a try. No, it's Shannon Frizell.
The
absolute strength of Shannon Frizell.
Yeah, needed to make a play. Well, we were
score.
Asking for Tu'u and Frizell to get in the game, and they have.
Yeah, what a response. I mean, now all of a sudden you're asking yourself, where's Papali'i? Where's Sotutu? Where's Rieko Ioane? Those are the guys going backwards. Brilliant response from the Highlanders, and almost better than the first try, because now they have Rieko in the bin for the next 10.
This is true. And vindicated. Going to the corner.
The
right play.
1,000% the right decision. I mean, taking 3 there is just taking the foot off the neck.
Criminal.
Of a good team at home. Like, you have to make them pay. And the Highlanders have 10-star second half from the Highlanders so far. Brilliant third quarter. I mean, wow.
Didn't think they had this in them, to be honest.
Shannon Frizell. You can't sleep on Shannon Frizell. That dude is a potential All Black 6. He potentially is the guy to be the next All Black 6 and perhaps be the next Jerome Kano.
Yeah, high praise. He hasn't shown Kanoisms just yet, but he's definitely hints of it, and that's a great try. Kano's such a good player. They are still missing. They haven't filled his jersey in the All Blacks in all these years.
Now then, Mitch, you just made a bad play last I saw, so here comes a good play. A kick.
Hey, and it's a lead-taking
shaves
post-shaving.
right upright, but he gets it.
What did I do with that chalk?
Well, there's more chalk there.
There is more chalk there, but what did I do with the chalk that was in my hand?
I think we can forget about that. Oh, here it is. You chucked it over to me.
I didn't. It must have slid down, but there we go. 24. And the lead changes hands.
The lead changes hands.
Deservedly.
Awesome start to that second half. Brilliant stuff. Oh, what a game!
What a game. We are being treated to here, folks. Super Rugby Aotearoa lighting up in week 3.
This is so good. And now Bowden. Akira Ioane makes way, interestingly, for Lambourne. Akira probably is the weakest of the 3 in that back row. Papali'i's making the plays out there. Akira, a bit like in times gone by, he has some nice touches in him, but you just want him to do a bit more with it.
Yeah, it doesnst work as much as you'd like for your back row forward.
Yeah. And that's probably what's been hurting in the last 20 minutes.
Is a lovely player. He reminds me a little of Pellegrini or the like up in for Italy. Really, really good physical carrier of a ball. Slots out in the wing and causes damage.
Oh, that's stolen. A picked off Blues line out, and the Highlanders are getting the edge at line out time.
Amazing, because both we know both of them are high quality.
Yeah. Mind you, Sotutu may have got that. In fact, he was very unlucky. In weeks 1 or 2, that would have been called. The refs are going easier.
They must have gone easier because the penalty counts were silly in weeks 1 and 2.
Now, under it is Talia, who's going to have a
handles this one.
He did juggle it a little bit, but he did handle it.
But he breaks the tackle still, the first one.
He does not break. And the Blues now setting up a possession, and they can't really just kick this away as they kick it away because the Highlanders are feeling confident. Oh, Gilbert, what have you done?
Oh, my God.
Oh, Gilbert,
he's a one-man suicide machine.
Now the Blues
have danger.
James Parsons puts a kick in behind. You don't see that every day. And was that knocked on by Mitch Hunt?
No, I think he just battered it down backwards. I think it was like a little.
But either way, the Blues have them racked into the corner and they get the penalty. And oh my God, for the second time in the match, Scott Gregory, I should say, keep calling Sam Gilbert. I'm getting those two mixed up. Scott Gregory.
Sam Gilbert went off injured.
Yeah, Scott Gregory at fullback is. Oh, he's
Spring Gatlin can't come on soon enough, and it can't be for Mitch Hunt either. Mitch Hunt's at least intermittently made good play after bad play, but yeah, that fullback now has been. That was so nothing. It was a nothing kick, speculative kick in the midfield from the Blues. And because of that horrendous howler of a drop, here we are.
Well, there you go. And I was
just over 4 minutes left in the sin binning. Barrett's kicking to the 5 meter thing to try and get that try back.
I was just saying as he was doing that, like the Blues didn't need to be kicking the ball away. It was playing into the Highlanders' hands, and then their fullback mucks it.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about heartbreak.
I think this clock is now 2 minutes ahead.
2 minutes? Oh, well, we've just been ignoring it. Yeah. We always do that. Spoo us. Thumbs down.
57-28 is where we're at. So, yes, 2 minutes. We're 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, the Blues are setting up the line out 5 out, and they get a decent transition, and now they have the line out working, and James Parsons has it at the back.
And it's a good latch, and it's a good drive.
Oh, this could be a try!
Towards the
this
line.
Could be a try! It is a try!
Time.
Great score! Oh, and it is Papali'i, who is just scoring tries for fun in this tournament. Oh my God! And it's a second suicide try from Scott Gregory, who needs
Scott Gregory has given 14 points to the home side Blues.
Well, it's a great try. It's beaten.
It's really well taken, and it's killed the sin bin period by scoring a try of your own.
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
Lovely little maul transition there. It's beautifully done. Yeah,
really good response from the Blues.
They just peel to the open side, and the Highlanders don't adjust, and that was the Highlanders caught napping, and with a man down, woo, that sucks.
Yeah. It was such a speculative bomb in the midfield. I can't believe the fullback dropped it as he did.
Yeah, Scott Gilbert needs to. Oh, Scott Gregory. Scott Gregory. Someone put that into my head.
Yeah.
Stop
bad-mouthing the injured man.
The injured man who hasn't done a damn thing wrong.
No.
And putting shame on his name.
Yeah,
it wasn't him at all. It was Scott Gregory.
Otere back with his most challenging conversion to date.
No, he's missed it.
He's missed it. Complete miscue there. Sent it off in the wrong direction.
Well, it's a 3-point game. By no means done, but a huge blow to the Highlanders. Death by suicide there. But a lovely little maul transition. And Papali'i, just as you were naming him, looking so physical, looking so skillful, looking so dynamic, and getting tries. 3 tries in the comp now.
Yeah. One of the top scorers.
Started the comp on the bench, and 3 games in, he's got 3 tries. That's good return by anyone's book.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's not done yet, perhaps.
Big tackle on Sotutu, double teamed.
Yeah,
Dane Cole? No, Dane Cole's doesn't.
No, Dane Cole's Hurricane.
He's a Hurricane.
The main tackler there was Jeff Twites, who was put into space. The big tight head, bent off the bench tight head. He's had a fun time of it since he's come on. Otere Black puts a bomb up.
Talia keeps it
that was forward, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just. But it was a good play.
Talia going for the athletic bat in.
Yeah, and to Barrett.
To Barrett, which was a potential try. It was worth doing.
Yeah.
And I think actually it might have been carried back, so it was going on the full if he didn't pull it off. So.
Damn it. It's at 60 minutes.
It's 60 minutes now.
13, so we're around just over 30 seconds behind.
60-20, so we're actually about 50 seconds behind.
Yeah.
But brilliant attempt by Talia. I like the audacity of it. And I actually thought the kick might have been carried back, so it could have been right back line out the
Michael
other way.
Collins on the bench. He's a good fullback. Why isn't he out there?
It's an interesting one. I think he's injured probably.
Yeah.
Michael Collins, is he done? Is he in the Highlanders coaching staff?
No, it listed him as a Highlanders
fullback. Yeah, I see.
So that's a massive gap.
Ash Dixon makes way. That's a blow.
Coltman.
For Liam Coltman, yeah. I can't speak highly enough of him. He does seem to only have the 60 minutes in him.
Yeah.
But what a 60 minutes it is.
Yeah.
Brilliant
hour of display.
Team carrying performance from the Highlanders captain again.
Well, now that changes the dynamics at line-out time. The imperious line-out of the Highlanders will now have a new test when it gets...
Great scrum, though. And
lovely
Aaron Smith takes it away. He is the distributor. Mitch Hunt found, but what an attempt by Caleb
Clarke. Well done, Mitch Hunt.
Mitch Hunt manages to avoid.
He's so hot and cold.
Steal alert. Lambourne, who came on for Rieko Ioane, makes a huge steal for the Blues in midfield. Right after Mitch Hunt got the edge.
And right as Rico's about to come back in.
And you know what? Not to take a cheap shot, Hickey Try, but perhaps that slip tackle is why Rico's the man for the 13 shirt, because Caleb was slotting in there. Yeah. It was the first time they didn't shut it down.
Yeah.
That's what Rieko can do. But as it stands, doesn't matter. Steele got in there by Lambourne, and the Blues, with Rieko returning, have regained the lead and are now setting up an offense, and that just couldn't be better.
Breen Gatland is on, says Hackatime Rugby could be telling if this stays close. Yeah, for sure.
Loves the drop goal winners.
Does love a drop goal.
The drop goal winners.
And this comp has been lovely for drop goals so far.
So if I haven't seen Breen Gatland, you might be ahead of us, Hackatime, unless I missed Breen Gatland coming on.
I didn't see him.
I'm just going to hope it was for Gregory.
Yeah.
James Parsons is still on the pitch.
Yeah, just still behind. Clock has not stopped.
Good take to Papali'i, but a great rush through from Shannon Frizell, and they're holding them up.
And it does wrap them up.
Can they get the transition? Lambourne's trying to get it free.
It's going to be a scrum.
Oh, they got
it back.
And Finlay Christie's on the pitch, and he flicks it to Hodgman there. A little truck up, and now they're going back blind. Rieko into the game, and here he is, wanting contact. Yeah, warming up,
fresh on.
James Parsons. What a performance from James Parsons.
Yeah,
and
really
Dixon,
good.
2 Rolls-Royce hookers. Honestly, brilliant players. Great carry from Tui Papali'i in the middle. Takes about 3 to stop
an athlete. Finlay Christie looks like he got a puck in the jaw there as he
pass
went in
from
for the ball.
And now Barrett threads one through on the left foot. Was that the right play? Well, it does go out the right side of the... it goes out the right side of the pad, and now the Highlanders with a new hooker.
New hooker tested 5 meters out from his own line.
Boxed into the corner, and it's just been
Finlay Christie, something happened at the breakdown there prior to that. He stood up before he got the ball and kind of like held his jaw, and now he's down receiving treatment.
Emily said she knows the Highlanders have it in them. Well, I think you'd be hard-pressed to deny that they have it in them.
They have it in them. They need to exit here. This is a big test for their fresh hooker.
It is. Liam Coltman, he is a veteran.
They were flawless in this area so far. They have been flawless. And they continue to be.
With the bench. That's great stuff. Well drilled. Talk about well drilled.
Yeah,
these might be the best. I mean, Scott Robertson. But these might be the best 2 coach teams in New Zealand right now.
Yeah.
Mitch Hunt puts some air on it. Gets it away to the 22. Oh, not even. Oh, linesman looks to be stingy there. Did he slice it? Couldn't really tell on the angle. And the Blues are going to set up well inside the 22.
Yeah, we're back on time.
Oof, this is a huge moment now in the game. I don't know if the Highlanders can come back from another 10 points.
I doubt it, in fact.
Ioane makes way for Plummer.
Gatlin came on for Gregory at 15, says Hackatime Rugby. Good news.
That is massive news because Gregory,
my God, he's personally responsible for 14 Blues points.
Yeah,
it's pretty shocking.
That was no good. And in fact, that's how they line up when they start next week, if they are playing next week.
Yeah, if Michael Collins is unavailable, which he seems to be, considering he's in a bib.
No, it's Gatlin at 15 and Mitch at 10. I mean, you can't be anything else. Gregory just doesn't appear to be on the level. Blues have taken the line out well through Tui Pilatu and now set up on a drive. Lambourne at the back, Parsons on the ball. And this is a great drive. It's working blindside, and they're at 5 from the line.
Side there, that Highlanders defense. Number 8 looks to be swimming up the side of the ball.
Finney Christie's going to take it about 5 out. And now here's the truck up from Plummer, new man. Finney Christie needs to watch the ball. He just about scoots it up, but that's great D from the Highlanders.
Dodgy half-backery from Christie.
And he's got the penalty!
For there you go. You can kind of blame Christie for that a little. That's just too complacent.
Well,
you also need your back row to secure the ball.
Great counter from the Highlanders, and
again, it's just they don't give up. They don't fold. It's great. Like there's so much to admire about this Highlanders team because they don't have all the assets in terms of star quality and power everywhere, but they are immaculately coached and tough and gritty. And like that line out again, what a test for to come on after your starting hooker has done that. Ash Dixon been flawless all day. Your first test is on your own 5 meter line. Perfect.
The less skilled boxer who's biting down on his gum shield. Aaron Smith made that play on Caleb Clarke.
Channeling his inner TJ Perrin.
That was awesome. Aaron Smith.
Aaron Smith take a bow. That's a really huge defensive play.
Huge play. Highlanders got the penalty only, and there they are. They're all nobodies. The Sikarook type. Harsh. They're all Ash Dixon is what you call a nobody, and he's just a legend. Yeah,
that's true. Can't all be All Blacks.
Yeah. And
there is the first
steal.
The first error at line out time from the Highlanders.
Tui Pilatu.
It was a slide underthrow, and Tui Pilatu pounced on it.
And now Otere Black puts one up on the Highlanders 22.
That's a really good one.
Oh, Bryn Gatlin didn't take it, but Aaron Smith has cleaned it up a little bit. And the Highlanders are pinned back and
under
having to
pressure.
exit. They have a scrum advantage, but it's pretty meaningless where they are on the pitch. They don't want to scrum. Charge down Finney Christie, and it's play on.
Oh,
no, it's not. It's a scrum advantage. I'm getting too giddy. Oh my days. Thankfully not. And then they're going to have to scrum. But I thought Finney Christie just won the game for the Blues.
It looked
like a third just horrific given away try from the Highlanders. So thankfully that's not the case.
Yeah.
But no, Bodie knocked it on the kick, and it's all okay.
Great play though, all the same, even though it was after the play.
Jeez, Highlanders exit is looking ropier and ropier. To be honest with you, the back three is where they are let down. I mean, the Nareki's had 1 or 2 plays in them, but
being quiet overall, and a few of them have been bad plays.
Yeah,
Christie has added impetus.
Yeah, well, he always adds pace every game for the Blues. He adds speed. That's the one. That's what he brings. Oh, there you go. He copped a boot. That was what hit him, Shane.
He
copped a boot in the jaw.
I saw that happen in real time. He reeled away from the ruck and was like, "Ow." I know it well. Being a former scrummy myself, all kinds of things can happen there at that base. You just want your forward securing the pill.
Yeah. Landers do need to clear this. That is the first job, and it's a loose pass. But Nareki does get the kick.
Nareki deals with it well there, actually. That's a good play.
It's a slice. It's not as far as it needed to be.
Well, you can kind of blame the pass for that. Like he had to gather that and kick
wet
it very
ball
quickly.
slid off the foot, and now the Blues set up about 25 out from the Highlanders line. That's unfortunate because that kick did travel.
Yeah,
it just left the pitch far too quickly.
Just skewed off.
And it was a loose pass from Aaron Smith, and that's part of the problem here.
Yeah, and we are another attacking set for the Blues. Between the 10 and the 22 is about where we're throwing to 2.
And Finney
Christie gets
wrapped
monstered
up by Shannon Frizell.
Frizell has grown into the game, hasn't he? He's had a much bigger second half than first. That's a really good stymieing play.
Yeah, that was huge.
Scuppers whatever set piece plans.
Oh, another big hit from the Landers. They are not backing down from this.
No, they've grown into this fight, haven't they? And the Blues getting their metal tested.
Oh, here's Papali'i on the right wing. He beats one. Oh, what a carry. And he's up on the right.
But
he's left it away and Rieko
scoops
it up.
But he
goes into touch.
Why does he head to the touchline? Jeez. He did so well. But,
the Highlanders just can't get out of their own half.
No, they can't.
This was a lovely little piece of play from actually the new man, Joe Marchant.
It's Joe Marchant.
Get the fuck out of town. Joe Marchant isn't of Northampton fame and England fame. Yeah. The English Joe Marchant. That's interesting.
There you go.
Joe Marchant has come on for the Blues and made a nice little play, put Papali'i in space.
Yeah.
And Papali'i did muck the ball after a great carry, and then Rieko picks it up and runs into touch.
Yeah.
It's breathless stuff, but not the most sensible stuff.
No, it's crazy. It's a bit crazy considering
the end result is that it's another line out to the Blues.
Oh, thanks, Aki.
I'd say the commentary is taking it from 7 to 10. Certainly in terms of energy levels.
Yeah, maybe so. It's woken me up anyway, more so than most of the former and
caffeine-fueled commentary. That's what you need. You need to get them all on double espressos. Here we go. Blues about, 22, 23 out from the line.
Yeah.
Setting up yet another offensive line out. If the Highlanders could pick this off, could be huge, but they don't. Instantly taken well.
And peeled on the inside ball,
but a good tackle.
It's a penalty advantage
to the Blues
from that.
I reckon they might take a drop goal this time. Maybe I think the coaches have spoken sense into them.
Yeah, they need to stop doing it under
penalty. Here it is.
No, here it is.
Bowden Barrett with a left-footed drop goal attempt. What an ego trip.
Why? Why? Just a bomb is a better. And he's smiling because it was silly, and you know it was silly. It was like fundamentally the wrong thing to do.
He's Johnny Wilkinson up in here.
It's funny that because well, I've heard Brian O'Driscoll do retrospectives on that where we were definitely guilty of it in mid-aughts. All the Northern Hemisphere teams, as soon as you get advantage, it's like, and he's like a penalty advantage, drops back into the pocket, and a lovely drop goal. And we used to do it all the time. And then Bod was deciding, going we actually kind of made a change at around 2009, 2010 to stop doing it. Because as soon as you have penalty advantage, you're going to get a kick at it anyway. Just kick it up in the air, do a bomb or something to try and handle it.
You may as well give yourselves a 50-50 chance of going for the try. And here's what's more interesting is that they had a 3-pointer for free. They just went for a drop goal, and now they're going to the corner. I don't hate the call of going to the corner.
No.
I just, why the drop goal?
Why the drop goal at all? Yes, Barrett did miss the speculative drop goal.
Barrett missed the drop goal. He went for it with his left foot for some reason, and then gave a not-so-good kick into the corner, but the Blues have set it up.
Christie is in the maul for some reason.
Christie has it at the back, and this maul is rumbling. This maul could break on the inside towards the touchline.
They need the pill. Where's the pill?
Finlay Christie still has it. Oh, they're nearly at the line! Oh, could they get it? I think it's going to be held up. James Parsons comes away with it.
Did he drop it?
I think he mucked it. Play on, and the Islanders are coming away with this. Lovely offload, and they put it in space. And this is a huge play.
Huge relieving kick.
Oh, what a kick.
Is it Christie tracking
back?
The
Highlanders turned over the ball, spun it right, kicked it, and now the Blues have it in their own half. Otere Black, and he smashed.
Just the footwork on the first tackle was great.
But Rob Thompson reined him in, and now they've knocked it on!
Penalty!
It's a penalty to the Highlanders! It's hard to describe what's just happened, guys. They've gone 60 metres up the pitch and reversed the penalty.
Yeah.
Oh my God, James Parsons with a potentially match-losing error, and that might be why you take your great hookers off at 60 minutes right there, folks. Yeah. He went for the try. He appears to have just knocked it on, and then the Highlanders spun it right, put a brilliant kick in, caught Otere Black on his own 10, won a penalty at the breakdown, and all of a sudden have a kick to level it.
Yeah.
When the Blues were going to take it away.
This is all what's
happening. James Parsons did not need to do that. He just did not need to do that. Oh, no.
Just over the line to be spilling it so tamely like that. That was game losing potentially.
He could have even just jumped over the line with the ball wrapped in his chest and taken the scrum.
Yeah.
What have you done, son?
Absolute lunacy.
Oh, no.
Could the Blues conspire to lose this game?
And you know what? Bowden Barrett was getting notions with the silly left-footed drop kick, and then it just filters through the team.
Yeah.
And then James Parsons gets notions and starts thinking he's Doug Howlett.
Yeah.
And look what happens.
Yeah.
The next result is now
you're looking at Mitch Hunt about to level a game that you've been all over. With only 8 minutes to go.
No, that is catastrophic. But has to be said, what an exit from the Highlanders!
What an exit from the Highlanders!
Spinning it wide on their own line.
The little catch pass on the wide, the very last two men there to combine.
I don't know who made the kick, whether it was Punivai or who it was, or Bryn Gatland.
Maybe,
It was a brilliant kick upfield and then a brilliant chase. And I think Rob Thompson ended up reining in Otere Black. And then the ensuing ruck ended up in a penalty. And now this is a huge kick penalty for
Mitch Hunt.
Interesting little setup and a snatchy effort, but it's away.
Oh, Mitch.
Have Gatland take the kicks, please.
Oh, that's so bad.
God, they're talking about flatter to deceive.
Mitch. That's not good.
Mitch just missed it, and that was right.
It was right in front of the sticks at the 10-meter line. Like should be bread and butter for your top. And then the close up of Bryn Gatland. What might have been
the TV
was
director
there
saying,
another option?
Maybe this is what you can go for.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, as it is, the Blues take a restart, and the Highlanders have a chance to counter-attack through Tu'u, who has it on his own 10 and is going to rocket up the big number 8. Gets past Lambourne and sets it up for Aaron Smith. And now the Highlanders have it in their own half, and they are spinning it. 2 distributors on the field, and that's a good ball to Naraki. First time in space, but he's reined in.
Lovely long skip pass off the left hand there. Or no, it's right hand, but nice. Now we're going.
Aaron Smith now working perhaps the left-hand side, and it is the left-hand side. Back in mind to Gatland, and now the Highlanders are feeling more confident.
They look a bit better with Gatland on the pitch.
They do.
They're in terms of their ability to move and find space.
Using the double distributor thing.
Yeah.
Although that's a good read from Parsons, who has things to make up for.
To make up for the cough up of that, but it certainly scuppered their momentum a wee bit.
And it's a bad pass from Aaron Smith of all men.
And it's shipped on poorly from Mitch Hunt as well. This is all momentum stopping.
And now the ball is slow
ball,
to say the least. Interesting little
pump fake and pullback, and it's all a bit.
Have they any numbers here on the left though? Aaron Smith's going to kick it
because it's all they could do. They were going nowhere slowly. And that's just
this
classic.
Good take from Bowden Barrett.
Barrett just gobbled them up for fun.
Rieko having to go off the base, and now the Blues have it just short of halfway on the left hand
side.
It's a penalty to the Highlanders.
And
here come the penalties
straight off the feet.
It's against Clarke. Caleb Clarke
came in straight off his feet.
That's a shoot yourself in the foot kind of play.
The Blues are full of them. Oh my God, they're conspiring to try and lose the game.
Yeah,
right here with only just over 5 minutes.
There you go. The much tamer penalty is 10-5 in favor of against the Blues.
2-1 ratio against the home team is super unusual. They're throwing a lot of them have in the last 5 minutes.
Going for the corner here.
Yeah.
He is going for the corner, and the Highlanders are going for the win. And this is huge.
It's the right call because he just missed an easier kick. It's not a percentage kick, and this means that we're going to spend the rest of the time attacking.
Let's see the maul. That's right, Hack time. The maul is coming. We know the maul. We know the maul's good.
Yeah,
let's see how good it is without Ash Dixon
first. They did lose a line out. The last line out that happened was pinched off by Papali'i. So they need to get bread and butter first. You need to get the maul right.
The coach's boxes,
and they do get the line out right, and they do set the maul up.
The transition is not as quick as it has been.
Not
it is now. It is now there.
It is at the back, and they have a wedge,
and they're going
towards
the blind side. Papali'i's going to have to get out of there. Is he? Oh, it's just about scuppered. Oh, it's just about. And he entered. He entered at the side. He did it too. He did it. Oh,
that's going to be given.
That was Mafilio, the replacement tight head for the Blues. Just could not resist changing his bind and attacking the ball carrier.
And now a chance for tackle.
Huge chance for the Blues with advantage. What are they going to do? Or the Highlanders, I should say.
Highlanders, yeah. Blue
drop goal. Why
again? Why? It's just silly, like.
Well, I get a little more there because the kick isn't easy. If you want the 3.
No, I mean the kick is easier than the step and drop goal option. And slide in the pocket and bomb it so that it lands on the try line.
I get that if it's a free 3 points, but I think that drop goal is easier than the kick for Mitch Hunt. So he decided
to go to the corner again.
But they are going to the corner, which is interesting. What if he got the drop goal there? But here we go. I'm all for the win, and they have it in them. What a second
and go crossfield kick.
Like, to be honest, as impressive as the Blues have been, the Highlanders have been more impressive. And were it not for the intervention of Gregory, the Highlanders would be winning this game, and they do deserve this game. Yes. I mean, if they win, you cannot argue.
Nope.
They're a team with balls of steel.
This is it. Play to more than the sum of their parts, and really never say never quit. Don't know when they're beaten. And the Blues did get complacent in this last 10 minutes as well.
And in the third quarter, they got blown away by the likes of Sotutu and Frizell, who came into it.
Yeah.
And Ash Dixon when he was on.
For sure. This shakes things up.
Liam Coleman, you need to do the business. Good throw. Great transition. Sotutu trying to get in, but he can't because it's peeled to the right-hand side. Sotutu's on the ball. Can he set? Sotutu might have won this game for the Blues if he can hold on to that ball. Sotutu's still on the ball, and Caleb Clarke's come in. Brilliant defense from the Blues.
It's still held up.
Sotutu makes the play. The Blues. Right when their backs were to the walls.
A hefty sigh of relief from the Blues coaching staff there.
Leon McDonald, can't believe it.
All black number 8 credentials written all over that boy.
That was insane. They've been doing so well all night. Look at Sotutu. He just gets in on it, and he doesn't let go the whole time.
Yeah, he gets on it super early as they drive a little. They drive before they get the ball to the back, which is unwise. And it's poached off that
time. He just made a read on it and got in on that. Sotutu is a talented young man who has an eye for every aspect of the game, and he's just made a huge play.
Yeah.
Game
winning potentially that one.
This has been some game of rugby.
Some game.
The scowl on Tony Brown. Look at him. He looks like he can kill.
Looks like an absolute,
He's a man who really does pride himself.
I would fear if I were maybe a Highlanders 15 right now, I'd fear for his ire. But that was just a great read and great play from a great man.
When the dust settles, if the Highlanders lose this team, they will just look at Gregory and
be like,
why?
14 points?
Why?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
No, we're actually, time has stopped at 77, so...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
77.50 is what the time's at, so we're about 40 cents.
Just about to turn to 78.
How anyone can keep a mind on the clock. I don't envy you.
Half a mind on the clock.
This has been a fabulous game of rugby. It's been the best game in Super Rugby Aotearoa by far.
Yeah, by far.
Brilliant, just brilliant. So compelling, and such good teams really going at it.
Yeah.
And swinging and turning, and with if you want a match-winning play better than that, I mean, it's not over yet, but
yeah, it doesn't all have to be flashy tries. That's just a
so
great
sure the Highlanders were going to do it there. And here's a big scrum.
Penalty advantage for the Blues.
For the Highlanders. Oh, for the Blues, sorry. Yeah. Oh, my God. That was a weird scrum.
Tough to see who got the better of that there, but the ref...
It all disintegrated on the non-camera side, but it did seem to wheel around. A lot of refs would give deliberate wheeling there, but obviously he reckons the tight head just slipped down.
Wheeling such a poxy.
It is a poxy.
It's like no one's ever deliberately wheeling a scrum
it's
these
very
days.
rare. Let's just see. We can't really see this side, but it is all the other side. And I reckon he thinks the Highlanders just pivoted to the left there. To make it look like
kind of looks a little like they didn't quite take the hit there and did shave off. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And it's relieving kick from Bowden, finds touch.
Nobody scored, Emily, for the record. We were going mad over a defensive play by Sotutu, which may have scuppered your Highlanders.
Yes,
since then, the Blues
it's still 27-24. Blues have a penalty. There's only a minute left, less than a minute left, and it's a Blues put into a line out just shy of halfway. This could be the game.
Just shy of the 10.
Just shy of the 10 even. The Blues need to just win the line out and then kick it out.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's the equation.
And line out winning has been a feather in the cap of both sides so far in the tournament.
Well, the Highlanders, can they get one more playoff in the line out? They need it. They need a steal here. Crooked feed. Could you imagine the drama? 2 line outs stolen. They need a third.
Sotutu. Who else? Go. Ace player in the ace moment.
Secure the pill. And Christie. Why did they go through another phase?
I don't know if they know.
The hooter.
Well, they have a penalty advantage. This game is done, folks. Oh, well, there you go.
And that is the game.
Wow. Insane. What a game.
I think we can lose that.
Well, yeah, listen. Commiserations to the Highlanders faithful.
To those looking for a Highlanders win, commiserations. But your team played bloody well. away from
Oh
home.
my God.
And there is a losing bonus point in.
And you know what? The Highlanders team will give the Satyrs a game in Forsyth Bar.
Yes, they will.
No question.
Yes, they will.
They'll need to get rid of Gregory, but no question.
Yes, they also will. I'm just going to put down a little FT for full time.
Oh well, it's without question the best game of the tournament so far.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, there's a lot you can say about it from the point of view of the Blues. It's right to say they have, you know, some questionable plays that may come into. Well,
they'll have to do their review on it because some of the plays there in those last 10 minutes did themselves no favors and very nearly cost them the game.
But the capacity to just make that play from Sotutu there right at the end. Like, that was a huge play. The Highlanders maul is brilliant. And he just got a read on it right away. Hugged the ball. It was sensational. Yeah. That's All Black number 8 material right there.
I'll see you again soon, Sinbin.
See you again, Sinbin. Congratulations.
Yes.
Huge play at the end. The Hackatown points out to screw the game. Yeah, it was insane.
Awesome. It's what you want.
And the Highlanders had their picture, the line out 5 to win the game. And to come up with defense like that from a guy who you know has all the skills on offense. This time last week came up with a match-winning play of a left-handed floater pass that we were raving about. And now this week comes in with a maul
steal. It just shows great rugby IQ in such a young man, in such a pivotal position for whatever team he plays with, number 8. Great to see that. Such an out and such big game, big moment, kind of like up steps, come at the hour, come at the man.
For a dude who was making all the headlines all week in terms of Fiji might want him, England might want him, the All Blacks say no, you know, and then to come out and make the play. There he is getting full screen. I mean, his star is just rising.
Yeah, for sure. And then this guy being interviewed, Tuipolata, was also awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a lot of fun. The Highlanders, as we say, just have balls of steel, super organized team.
Yeah, well drilled on all set pieces.
And I tell you, that man Caleb Clarke, like it was the first time in this tournament. Like, the Blues have had that first half on a few occasions, and you know they've done the business on as they did with the Highlanders here on the Chiefs and the Hurricanes. But both of those sides just capitulated.
Yes,
and the Highlanders fought back and gave them that extra edge, and down there went and won the game.
Yeah, for sure.
As Ash Dixon, an absolute legend, is being interviewed right now for the Highlanders. He might be my favorite player in the comp. Yeah, because he's such a man.
He's great, and
brilliant.
He's
and he got the try, and he kept the Highlanders in it. But the Highlanders fought back, and then, to be fair to the Blues, like, despite a chaotic play from James Parsons, when they could have shut the game down right there,
for sure.
Which is going to need words from the coach in terms of all the things not to do, going for poxy left-footed drop goals, jumping over the line. The game's not won, guys.
Yeah.
And then, but then to pull off the winning defensive play is massive. That's just something that really, like, I think we've seen on a lot of occasions, no matter what tournament it is, when a side that wins it looks back to one tight game where they learned a lot, but the confidence that it gets when you win the tight game, when you make the killer play. I think of, in our own sense, of Leinster, when we won the Heineken Cup for the first time all those years ago, they had an absolutely melody win that was famous for Bloodgate.
6-5 win in Harlequins.
Away in Harlequins. And then that gave them the confidence to go on and win and make a name for themselves. And this could be that game.
It could be that game for the Blues. It's certainly it's a welcome test at the right time with the Crusaders still coming. It's teed up for an exciting conclusion. Both of these teams are still in the mix. There's a losing bonus point for the Highlanders away from home.
Yeah, I mean, they're one win from 2, and they've got a losing bonus point away against one of the better sides in the comp.
They'll take a lot from that for sure.
They'll certainly be fancying it when they meet the Chiefs. They'll give the Crusaders a rumble next week. I think you'll really know where they stand then.
But it's all roads lead to that collision with the Crusaders and the Blues, which is exciting.
Listen, it's been a lot of fun. Listen, thanks for the compliments. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, indeed.
It's been a lot of fun and an absolute roller coaster, and we roll on to next week with this Blues side not missing a beat. The hype does continue, but the Highlanders just respect.
They made a serious game of it. It was great to see two sides in it to the very, very end, and probably on balance the right side won, just about. But by God, it was a good game. The game of the tournament so far, and we'll be back for the next one, I guess.
Absolutely. Listen, thanks for joining us, guys. Peace. It's been a lot of fun. Take care. Breathless stuff. We're gonna get our breath, and I hope you do too. Goodbye.
Bye.